Xin chào.
We are live, and I'm going to get lunch. This might be a little bit better of a time for Americans. I know it's still like, I don't know, 1 o'clock East Coast and like 11 or 10 California time, but it's still better than the normal dinner time that I go in Vietnam when it's like 4 in the morning California time. But we are gonna go eat dinner real quick. Not eat dinner, we're gonna go eat lunch. What's up, buddy? Knowledge. Oh, they fixed this. I like this. This used to be broke, but this was another massage place before. And then this was our old pharmacy. So I don't know what it's gonna be now, but they're fixing it. They are fixing it. I think I'm gonna break out the old crock pot tonight. I think I'm gonna use my crock pot. I've only used it like twice out here before. So I'm gonna go to Moon Milk after lunch, get a few ingredients, and then crock pot tonight. So we're actually gonna cook. Well, I'm gonna cook. Just ate lunch. Yeah, I'm going to eat lunch now. I don't know if this might be my lunch or my breakfast because I don't eat breakfast. So this is my first meal of the day. So it's by time it's my lunch, but I guess by logic it's my breakfast, I guess. But this is my first meal. And then tonight I will use my crock pot. I don't think I've used my crock pot since I don't think it's been since Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think it's been since Thanksgiving when we made no. It was Christmas. We made a pork roast. Oh, Fluffy. Fluffy's always stuck in the AC. Why does this guy have to have his little bun thing right in front of pallet? What is he trying to sell it to someone here? He's trying to sell it. I'm eating here. I don't need bun. I have food here. Xin chào. I sit out here. Can I get a bonet with bread? 1 egg. Okay. Come on. So, come on. Same here. Eat twice. Take Bunbo guy out. Take him out. Only 1 egg. Yeah, only 1 egg. When I get the bread, I only get 1 egg. I only get 1 egg when I get the bread. And I did find my favorite store-bought drink. So I gotta go to Moon Milk after this. Or maybe I'll go to the tea place. I don't know. I'm stuck in that middle ground. I'm stuck in the middle ground of shows you glasses. Yeah, I got 2 pairs of them. And then they always just do this. This is what they do when you say no. They go like this. You go no. You go. You go no, and then they go. That's how they do. It's like, I don't know. Like, are we having a staring competition? Should I stare at him or should I pretend to look away? Like, I don't know what the right move is. Like, I could just stare at him too. I guess maybe next time we'll just have a staring competition. I'll just stare at him and he'll stare at me. See who moves first. Or you have to literally look away while a guy's standing 2 feet away from you. You have to do this. Here's your two options. You could do this one, or you have to do this. And the guy's standing right here, and you have to go like this. But Mitzi's never, I think it was Mitzi and some other people, they're like, no, they don't bother you. As soon as you say no. They're like, as soon as you say no, they just disappear. And I'm like, no, they don't. And this, if I would have been inside, this one, they would have came inside. And they're like, no, they don't come inside. I'm like, yeah, they do come inside. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good, good. How's it going? Where are you coming from? You just ate, or you coming to eat? Ah. Oh, I love this place. This is my bonet spot. Did you try that here before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my go-to here. I've tried a few other things, but the bonet is my favorite.
Fried noodles and mushrooms.
Oh, the mushroom. I've had that, and then I've had the beef with rice and vegetables too. That's not bad too.
All right, man. Doing this live?
Yeah, we're doing it live. We just started it up a few minutes ago, so I'm doing a little walk around live stream.
Okay. Right on, brother.
All right, take it easy, man. Then I'm shooing away the hand in motion. Bonet time? Yeah, it's bonet time. I'm telling you, man. This is my new favorite drink. Well, my new favorite store-bought drink. I still default to Trautalk, but this is my... If I have to go into a store and get something... Kieran, why don't you let me be your sponsor? I will 100% correctly speak about your drink. Kieran, reach out to me. What's up, Earl? So technically it's not breakfast. I mean, it's 1 o'clock. So when I say I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat basically before 12 o'clock usually. So by time wise, this is my lunch because it's 1 p.m. But technically by the number of meal, this is my first meal of the day, but it's 1 o'clock. So I don't know how to call it that. Coming next week, oh, very nice. Next week, we might be in Wien. I'm not sure yet. I got to make a decision very, very soon because I would like to be back in Danong when we hit 10,000, but there's no way of telling when exactly we're going to hit 10,000. And we're going to be in Wien for maybe 3 or 4 days. So I'm trying to time it perfectly. Yeah, Karen needs to sponsor me. Brunch. Well, it's 1 o'clock. So it's 1. I mean, I think that's pretty solid lunch. Definitely it's lunch by the time, but this is my first meal of the day. So I don't know. I don't know how to classify it. Like if you woke up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you eat your first meal, it's 4 o'clock. Is that considered breakfast? Or is it considered like late lunch because of the time? I've never had it for breakfast. You know, I take it back. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Come on. So, I think it's in Ho Chi Minh, southern Vietnam. This is a breakfast food. But we notice in Da Nang, it's an all-day food. So, it's an all-day food. I mean, if that's the case, I eat breakfast all the time. If you guys want to just consider it by bonet, because I always either have ate bonet either breakfast time lunchtime or dinner time. I'm back. Rory, what's up, buddy? 220. Looks good. I got a PayPal from a Rory, but I'm not sure which Rory because they didn't leave their username. They didn't leave any note. They just sent a PayPal. But whatever Rory it was, big thumbs up. And I know 2 Rorys. I know the Rory that's in here now, and then the Rory that we met at the Nepal dumpling spot from Ireland. It looks good, but it's effing sizzling hot. This plate, this is like a fajita skillet plate, so this is hot, and you guys can see it's still bubbling. Look at that. So you guys do not want to put this in your mouth real quick. Ribeye. So the trick to this, you got to slice it thin. And the real secret is, it's the sauce. Every single place, the sauce tastes a little different. But you can easily make an egg. You can easily slice thin beef, but it's the sauce. The only thing that I wish that this one did different was give you a little more sauce. They're kind of, you guys see, it's kind of lacking the sauce, especially compared to our other bonet spot. Our other bonet spot gives us tons of sauce. No, man, USA beef. We've had this debate. We even did a poll. I'm not sure if you were here the other day, but we did the poll. And USA beef defeated Australian beef. All you freaking Australian beef guys lost. Yeah, I love this. I do my own. The only thing I would probably kind of like to make my own bonet, but when I look, I'm like, there ain't no effing way I can make it for $40,000. And I love the way it tastes at my two spots. If I made bonet, it would probably cost me at least 40, and I'm guessing probably like 60, closer to 60. Virginia ham and eggs. I love the eggs Benedict too. Yeah, I like eggs Benedict. I didn't really find out about that till I was like, I don't know, 13, 14. Ask them to bring more. I probably could. Can you hear that crunch? Listen. I just wish it had a little bit more sauce. Rory, I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. I think what we're gonna do, I gotta hit moon milk. So for all the people that tuned in late, I'm gonna cook tonight. So I'm breaking out the crock pot. And I'm gonna make a comfort food in the USA. I'm gonna make homemade Salisbury steak. I'm gonna make the gourmet version of the Salisbury steak TV dinner, gourmet style. Let me ask you guys this. All right, I'm not sure if it's just USA, but did you guys eat those Swanson's or banquet TV dinners? Remember how you had the Salisbury steak, the mashed potatoes, I think it was corn, and then you had that little cherry pie or whatever it was. I gotta go look at moon milk for the mushrooms. That's the only thing we forgot to buy last night was mushrooms. And the thing that kind of sucks out here is it's kind of harder to find the bell mushrooms. You'll find those long flower mushrooms, and I'm not a fan of those. I like the round mushrooms that you can cut into slices. Man, you never heard of Salisbury steak? Steak and turtle pie. Oh, I would love the turtle pie. I think what I'm going to do, instead of, because I can't find the cherry mix and the crumble and all that stuff for the dessert. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make blondies. I got a quick air fryer blondie recipe. I've never made blondies. I think I've tasted blondies one time, but I've never made blondies at home. Cinnamon apple slices. I don't have a problem with the mushrooms, especially if they're going to soak in that sauce. I just don't like those real thin stem-like mushrooms. They love those in Asia, but for me, I want the not the portobello, but like the baby bell and those round mushrooms. But yeah, like the button mushrooms. So tonight we're gonna make. Well, you know what? I have made the crock pot Salisbury steak, but it was back in the USA. Yeah, and it's harder to find those out here, especially like at Moon Milk. And when you do find them, they're like double or triple the price of any other mushroom, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Mushrooms. We need an onion. We didn't get an onion. Fluffy, are you there? Hopefully Fluffy can hear me. Fluffy, we didn't get onions, did we? I feel like we didn't get an onion. I might have to get an onion. And then the crock pot will take about at least 3 hours. Beef is good with oyster sauce and a little bit of honey. Fluffy is back at the apartment. She always says, oh, I'm working, and then she's not working. And then when it's time to go out, then she goes, oh, I gotta work now. Or, oh, it's too hot. I'm gonna stay in with the AC. Very good. So, I guess this will be a cooking day. We haven't had a cooking day in a while, actually. No, it's our regular ground beef. Well, this one or... So what I did is I got the Mega Market ground beef. I'm going to form them into patties. And then with the cast iron, I'm going to just put a little brown on them on both sides. Toss them into the crock pot. Put the gravy in there. Mushrooms, onions. And then just let that sit for about 3 hours. You forget, man, Vietnam is cheap, though. There's not all these woke policies. There's not workman's comp. There's not renter's insurance. So stuff is able to be cheaper because there's not taxes and all kinds of extra fees on everything. There's Fluffy. Fluffy, I think we need an onion. Well, to be fair, I don't think it's ribeye for one. For two, they're very, very thin. So to be fair, it's not like you're getting a ribeye. It's not like you're getting ribeye. Even if it is ribeye, it's extremely thin. This is 40,000. So this is about $1.50. But Fluffy, that red onion, if you're talking about the red onion, isn't that already sliced and it's been in the refrigerator for like days? I hope you're not talking about that one. This is Vietnam's version of, this is the Vietnam's version of steak and eggs. So, this is kind of, a lot of Vietnamese eat this for breakfast, but I'm not a breakfast guy, so I eat it for lunch and dinner. It's frozen. Well, we definitely need at least one onion. We definitely need one onion. So if you could take it out, we need it. And you get a baguette. Listen to it. I just wish it had a little more sauce. That's the only slight thing I can say about this place, is I wish it had more sauce. Bison. Bison. That's how Fluffy says bison. She doesn't say bison. They say bison. We met up at Dan Vagabond Awake's meetup last night. We had a good time. We actually stayed there for about 3 hours. I'm so done with LA. Can't handle it any longer. You sound like Delsky. Delsky left LA too. Stream Master. Tomatoes and zucchini harvesting time. I recently made fresh zucchini, onion, and chicken curry with chili peppers. I'm not an eggplant guy. I'm not an eggplant or a zucchini guy. I don't know. I just can't get used to the taste of eggplant or zucchini. I remember someone I knew used to love zucchini. And I was like, man, how do you like zucchini? Whatever you donate, hold on, let me scroll back up. I have a question, not for you, but in general, whenever you donate money on YouTube to people, is it in your money or is it in their money like less money than US? No, mine comes to me in US dollars. It's whatever currency you signed up to YouTube in. So like no matter what country I go to, I signed up in the USA, I'm a USA citizen, so they'll send it to me in US dollars. This is 40,000, which is about $1.50. Three Vino, we don't like eggplants. I don't like eggplant. The only time I eat eggplant is it's whatever. When people say LA, I have no idea what they're talking about. LA is like 5 places. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, imagine when people say LA, like, it's unfair because it incorporates a lot of places. You're like, oh, LA is so big, so many people. Imagine if the Bay Area did that. Say, like, instead of just calling it San Francisco and calling it Oakland and calling it San Jose, what if we just made one big city called Bay Area and just said, hey, we live in the Bay Area. That's the equivalent to Los Angeles. Easy. I'm gonna put it in your mouth and make you shush. It's still a little warm, but it's good. This is called bonet. Basically, Vietnamese version of steak, eggs. You know what? This is how we'll track and see if anyone steals this. So this is basically Vietnamese version of steak and eggs with your toast. No one ever includes this. So we're gonna call this Vietnamese version of steak and eggs and toast. It's very good.
Gib mir rein und dann will ich raus.
I've had hundreds of these. But I recently known a lot of YouTubers and a lot of Facebook people have start focusing on bonet now. When I was here 2 years ago, nobody used to talk about bonet.
You give this one. This one is just a problem for me because of this.
Yeah, sit up here.
Nothing new. There, like they say, there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. It's not been a thing on Facebook and YouTube, though. Speaking of, I just wanted to go look up this city called, well, I already know, no matter if I say it 100% correct or not, I'm going to have one critic. So the city called Quang Ngai has no damn English videos. I want to do some research, a little bit of research on this city called Quang Ngai. There's not one English video on it. No, I don't notice it. I notice it now, but I've been here for 2 years. And even in the videos, they'll say, hey guys, check out this underrated food that nobody talks about. And I'm like, what the hell? I've been talking about it for 2 years. And then other people are like, look at this dish. I bet you guys have never heard of this. And I'm like, dude, you're 2 years late. Look like a green sauce? No, there's no green. This is green onions on this one, but the other place, it's a lot thinner sauce, but it's a lot more, and it's definitely a brown sauce. TSMC is hiring? What is TSMC? Interesting. This is called bonet. It's really sliced thin beef, egg, and baguette bread. Yeah, I've noticed more Australians are coming here now. Australians, Canadians weren't really here when I was here in 2023. Basically, over the past 6 to 12 months, man, a lot of new Westerners have been coming in. Bonet Part 2, The Revenge. The Revenge. The Takeover. You know who's really kind of surprising that's showing up a lot are Canadians. Maybe the Canadians are coming out because of Evan. But I met up with a bunch of Canadians past 6-8 months. Canadians. A bunch of Canadians. Is Bamboo Aussie Bar? Yeah, actually it's just right there. It's like the Aussie Bar is like right behind this building right there. The cost of this meal is 40,000 VND or like $1.50 in United States dollars. It's $1.50. Little over $1 and under $2 for sure. Can't wait to eat at this place. It's very good. This is one of my favorite little local restaurants. This guy's trying to sell me, look, this guy's walking in here and he's gonna try to sell me a bun while I'm eating. When I was walking into the restaurant, he was like, buy one for me, buy one. And I was like, look, he's trying to sell him this. This is crazy. The guy's at a restaurant, he's trying to sell him a bun, look. I'm eating. I'm eating. No. I'm eating. Why am I gonna buy a bun? I'm eating. It's crazy. This is the last place. This is worse than the sunglasses. The sunglasses guy will try to sell me sunglasses when I'm wearing them, and while I'm in the middle of a meal, this guy. This is why I'm always so mad that Mitzi's never online watching my streams. When I tell him, he'll like, no, they don't do that. They don't come into the restaurant. They don't try to keep hassling you. And I'm like, yes, they do. Remember when I got into the whole rant about it? I'm so glad. No, so when I was walking in here, that guy was here when I first came in. I was walking in, and he goes, buy a bun. And I go, oh, no, I'm going into the restaurant right here. And he goes, yeah, buy it. And I was like, I'm literally going to sit down to eat. Knowledge, I appreciate it, buddy. I'm telling you guys, what I tell you guys is not a lie. I tell you guys the truth. Mitzi never believes me. Other people were like, no, they don't do that. They don't go inside. They go inside. You'll be wearing a pair of glasses, and they will want to sell you the same pair of glasses. And that's what I told you guys. I said, I don't understand why the restaurants allow this. And you guys are like, come on, man, don't be a jerk. No, it was Dark Brother. Don't be a jerk, man. They need to make a living. Deal with it. And I'm like, I don't mind them being out on the street, but they shouldn't be coming up in here doing this. Never heard someone talk so much and say nothing. Well, I'm going to have to help you out. There you go. We are not playing around in the year 2029. Goodbye. Weather is good now. I'm in the year 2029. I'm 4 years ahead of you guys. The weather is much better than it was last week. It is, well, still hot. 91 degrees, and it feels like 103. Some of these guys, man, they take my kindness for weakness. I used to let trolls just come in and say whatever, but we're cleaning that up. We're trying to make this a much more classy establishment. So they want to do that, they can go to Fat and Broke's page. They can go do that on other people's page. But it's not going to be here. They're going to get the lesson learned real quick. Because guess what? If they don't learn, then they don't speak. I don't play the lottery, so I haven't checked it. If I had it, I would give it to you guys, though. I appreciate it, Rory. I appreciate it. I'm going to finish this up. And then I think I might go to my little tea spot. Then I got to go to Moon Milk. And then I got to start my crock pot. Remember, we're having a crock pot dinner tonight. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me chew. I will probably get my standard lemon iced tea. It's pretty standard for me. Am I retired or just visiting? Not really either. I'm not retired. I'm too young to retire technically. And I'm more than visiting because I've been here in this city for a year and a half. So I guess I'm like temporarily living here. I'm living here for now at least. Peach, I had the peach tea and I had the peach soda there. But I prefer, if I'm just going to like get a hot day tea and cool down, it's the lemon tea. Or if I really want a tea that tastes good there, I get the pineapple tea. The pineapple tea at the small tea place is my favorite. Aviana. What a dream, man. It could have been a nightmare. I came out here to Vietnam with 1 year of cost of living, and that's it. I didn't have a job. I didn't have an income. I technically didn't even really have a long-term plan, I guess. It was kind of a wing it and let's see. And that was a year and a half ago. The pineapple, so I've had pineapple tea at other places, but this one is definitely the best. I like the way that the lady makes it. But pineapple tea I usually get at the end of the night. I don't really get it in the day. I'll just drink my light, refreshing lemon tea. Top-notch cook, man. Oh, are you better than me though? You guys know I love to cook. I technically have been to Laos, but on border runs. I've only been there for a matter of a few hours. I've been there a few times, but just a few hours each time on the border. I wouldn't mind going to Laos, but the logistics of how much it costs, how to get in is kind of not really worth it. You would think since it's a 5-hour drive from Da Nang, you'd be like, oh damn, that's like maybe an hour flight. There's no direct flights into Vientiane. You gotta like fly to Bangkok or fly like somewhere far, sit for like 6 hours on a layover, then you fly all the way back from like Bangkok to Vientiane, Laos. Then the worst part, it's like 140 or 150 bucks one way. So it's like, damn, that's crazy. Let me chew, hold on. Give me 1 second. So, I don't have any regular job, I guess you would call it. I left the USA. I had 550 followers, subscribers on YouTube. September, I became monetized. So almost a year ago, almost a year ago to the day, I became monetized. YouTube recoups back some of my money, but up till last month, I never broke even, meaning my bills are $750 a month here. And on YouTube, I would make 300 bucks, 400 bucks, 500 bucks a month, in that range. And then this past July, I finally broke even and made over $750. So this is my only thing. Uploaded videos, live streams, YouTube. That's the only source of income that I have for anything. How about rent and food? Is it the same? I don't know. I heard Laos is a little bit cheaper, but it's, if Mitzi, put it this way, if Mitzi thinks Da Nang is boring, I think he would go crazy in Laos. I heard Laos is basically, people go to Laos to relax, find themselves, see nature. It's like a country full of camping trips. So I heard it's a little bit cheaper, but I bet you Da Nang would seem like freaking Bangkok to Laos. I'm a professional dinner cook. Wow, very nice. I'm a professional eater. Sounds like my flight to Florida. Fly to Chicago, sit a couple hours, then to Florida. But it doesn't make sense because you go the wrong way from Laos, from Da Nang, and then you go like to a faraway country and you sit there and then you fly all the way back the other way. Yeah, Laos, I just haven't heard. It's not a perfect spot for a Western / long-term traveler because of just multiple things. Yeah, I did a whole video on it, Fragment. I guess I'll quickly touch on it, but if you want the full version, go watch the video. I did, I think, 2 or 3 videos in Nha Trang. Nha Trang, I'll give it to you really, really quick. Nha Trang, the equivalent to the tourist area in Nha Trang compared to Da Nang, food is more expensive. It's more of a come in, come out type of city. Nha Trang, like, people show up, blow a bunch of money, leave that week. Also, the big deal breaker is it's not good for visa runs, meaning you technically can do the bus visa run, but it's a 23-hour sleeper bus, which is a deal breaker to me. Now, you could fly out of the city of Nha Trang, but the airport's like 50 minutes away, so it's pretty far. So for me, there's a few deal breakers for Nha Trang, especially for a long-term person that wants to stay. Underworld? We gotta ban you, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Have a good day, buddy. I just seen, where's he at? How did he come back? I think because he added a dot. Hold on. We're gonna have to kick somebody out of here. It's crazy. I think he's off his medication. He was saying, I'm a cross-dresser, I'm this, I'm that. Nope, we don't play that. We don't play the 12-year-old kid stuff. You went under a bunch of names. You were telling me I'm a cross-dresser, I'm this, I'm this. So, like I told you, I do not want to have people like you following my channel. I guess you're free to watch my channel because I can't block you from watching it. But I do not want to associate with anybody like you. No, nope. There we go. Yeah, it's a 23-hour sleeper bus. If you guys go watch my buddy Marcus, he's in Nha Trang. He lives in Nha Trang, the Australian guy. He did a video on it, and he talks about it. He says it wasn't as bad as he thought, but I mean, the 12-hour bus ride that I do is way too much. Yeah, that guy, he's a little over the top. I'm hoping he's a kid because he acts very childish. If he doesn't get his way, he starts calling you names and saying how terrible you are and this and that. And then he'll come back in. I understand calling you the terrible names and stuff, but then he'll come back in like a domestic abuse husband and be like, I'm sorry I hit you. I'm the worst person. Please forgive me. Like, I don't like that. That's creepy. So he begs and comes back. Oh, please, I'm sorry now. I messed up. He's like those alcoholics that go into a rage. And then when they sober up the next day, they're so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm never going to drink again. Nope. Do you not find cafe drink Better in Nha Trang. Um, every single one of the food places that we went to in Nha Trang. 'Cause so remember, we stayed in the An Thuong neighborhood of Nha Trang. That's our equivalent. If we're gonna leave Da Nang, we need to get the same kind of quality neighborhood and the main area. But when we went there, man, you know, bonet, the cheapest bonet I seen in that area was 60,000. I seen bonet for 70,000 at some places. The Russians and the Koreans own a lot of the restaurants there, and they just know a lot of the Russians and Koreans fly in for a week or fly in for 5 days. They blow a lot of money and then they leave. Nha Trang is not a long-term expat stay. Now, Marcus lives either an hour and 20-minute walk or like a 20-minute grab ride away from the main area, and he gets a great deal. He pays like 350 bucks for a 2-bedroom apartment. But it would be like living where the statue of Lady Buddha is out here in Da Nang from the An Thuong neighborhood. It's that far. So it's like, now if they had those prices in the main area, I would be open to it. But you got to go extremely far to get those prices. And I'm like, that's not the same to me. Sounds like a drunk off the meds. You think you'll ever go back? I do think I'll go back, meaning visit. I'm pretty sure that I will. I don't think anytime soon. Do I think I'll go back there and live long term? I don't think so at this point. I'm a traveler by heart. Even if it's not Vietnam, I just love to constantly travel. I even told you guys, if for some reason I do go back to the USA for long term, meaning 6 months or more, I would like to do like van life or like a road trip throughout the USA and do my YouTube channel. So staying in one city fixed in the USA, I don't see it happening. At least not for a long, long time. Let me try to catch back up. What about digital ID? I haven't heard nothing about that. I know the digital ID came out, but it doesn't affect me. I don't get it. It's nothing to do with me. So I haven't really heard anything about it. Yeah, Marcus's situation is great. So the two people that Nha Trang is great for is Marcus and Philip. And let me explain, in my opinion, why that is. So Marcus is not a big Vietnamese food guy. So he lives in the Russian neighborhood that has his own little private beach, which he likes. And downstairs it has all the places. It has a pizza place, a Georgian restaurant, a burger spot, all the Western. He loves Western food. And I will say Nha Trang in that area does have cheaper Western food. But I asked him when I was there, I was like, when's the last time you had a Vietnamese place? And he goes, oh, about 2 weeks ago. So unless he starts eating more now from the time that I met up with him, he likes the Western stuff. And he stays at home a lot. He does a lot of editing. He does a lot of his videos there. So his logic is, hey, I get all the Western food that I like here. And then if I want to go into the bars in the main area, I take a Grab. Whereas I'm the opposite. I love living in the main area and I walk everywhere. And I eat local food 5 out of 7 days. Now, Philip, here's how Philip can survive. So Philip does technically live in the main area where I would want to live. But he lives in a hotel. He doesn't have an apartment. And that's what I told you guys. In Nha Trang beats Da Nang in the aspect of good, cheap hotels. But hotels for me are short term. I can't live in a hotel for months. Philip lives in a hotel for months. And they're great prices. But then I go, Philip, the food's expensive. Here's how Philip beats that. He orders most of his food on Grab. So he'll eat in the hotel, he'll get Grab. I'm the opposite. I like to go out, I like to go in my neighborhood, I like to sit, I like to watch people, I like to eat. Philip has it made for him because he gets the cheap hotel and then he orders the cheap food off of Grab and it gets delivered to him. But for me, I want to live in the main area. I want to go out to cheap dinners in my area, and I want to live not in a hotel. So Marcus and Philip are the absolute perfect people to live in Nha Trang. But if they tried to do my lifestyle in Nha Trang, either Philip couldn't handle it or Marcus wouldn't like it. Can you do some vlogs on dentist costs and prescription medication available? Yeah, I think people want me to do some medical stuff. I was going to kind of do the medical stuff like how I did the massage, where I volunteer Fluffy to do it, because you guys know I'm scared of the hospital, I'm scared of the needles. So I have an idea. It just hasn't came around yet. I would make my own banh mi, steak and eggs. Are the European countries you visited night and day compared to the Asian countries? I went to Europe in 2019. I would say there's a lot of similarity. There's certain similarities in every country that I go to. It all kind of works the same way. You land in a country, you have a SIM card at the airport, transportation is all the same, housing is all the same. Like, meaning, like, if you know how to kind of land, get a SIM card, rent a hotel, rent a place, that is all basically the same. All you do is just change locations, convert your currency. It's almost all the same. But out here, the biggest difference is language, probably language, and kind of cultural lifestyle. I say that's the difference. We're in Da Nang, Vietnam. I'm thinking about doing van life. I love the idea of van life, but I hate the two factors of no bathroom and small compact living area. At my age, Will, I need home base. You need a place that you can come back to and leave all your excess stuff. Yeah, kind of. I understand that aspect. I either would have to get rid of two bags and downsize, or I'd have to have a home base. The home base would be nice if I started making double or triple the money that I make now. Then I would use Da Nang as my storage / home base. That's how I would do it. But I can't downsize my bags, and I don't make the money yet. Riverside County has many of lands, affordable housing, 1 hour to San Diego, the jobs. But see, remember, man, I can't go back to the USA. I can't do the 9 to 5. If I go back to the USA, I work for myself. And if I work for myself, I'm spending all my money and time living the rat race. And that's the big reason why so many people leave. I'm surprised you want to the life you lead. You don't live in Phu Quoc. It has everything you want. I just talked to Dan about Phu Quoc last night, because he said he went down there. He likes that area, but he says it's more expensive. It's much more touristy. It's in southern Vietnam. Southern Vietnam is hotter too. Save up and visit. Honestly, most of the European countries, just like all the different parts of America, somewhat. Customer service. So I realized a couple things. USA has the best customer service, meaning they focus on you. When I go to Europe, they're like, hey, here's your pizza. Talk to you later. Like, that's how it is in Prague. That's how it is. You get constant attention at service jobs in the USA. You contact banks. They take care of your issues. In Europe, they're just like, hey, here's your food. And you're like, hey, I didn't order cheese on it. And they're like, oh, sorry. Deal with it. I've noticed that. A vampire walks into a bar, asks the bartender for a boiling glass of water. Bartender says, I thought vampires only drink blood. Vampire pulls out a tampon and says, I'm having a tea. We're going to visit about 3 weeks. Would you recommend staying at a hotel? I don't recommend Airbnbs for 2 reasons. For 3 reasons. 1, technically it's illegal here in Vietnam, even though it still goes on. 2, they're much more expensive. Airbnbs are unreasonably expensive. 3, they're terrible choices on Airbnb. I just did a video about a week ago on 4 not beachfront, but 4 hotels that are less than a 5-minute walk from the beach, and they were all under $25. If you go get an Airbnb, you're probably looking at close to $20 to $25, and they're going to be bad options. Caught 3 fake doctors in Da Nang. I will not, but I still won't do the scooter thing. I don't think I'm ever going to be a full-time scooter thing, because a full-time scooter thing means either there's no traffic at all, which means I'm probably going to be in the wrong city, because I like cities that are popular. Not popular, but has people in them. Or that means I'm going to be living so far away so far away from the main area that I need a scooter, and that's not my lifestyle either. Spam bots are active. Southern Vietnam is cooler. Or you can work out a deal the way I worked out a deal with my landlord in Saigon. Yeah, you can kind of do that. USA does not have the best customer. So I use the word customer service. Let me clarify. So if I go to the USA, guess what? If I go to a restaurant, the lady's going to come and ask me 6 times, do you want some more water? How's your food? How's this? Hey, is your eggs okay? Vietnam, they are never going to come to you and say, hey, how's your bonet? Hey, Will, what a nice shirt you have on. They're not going to say, Will, how about dessert? Do you want dessert? They're going to say, Will, do you need more ketchup? I notice your drink's low. Do you want... They're not going to do that. Service doesn't exist like that in Europe or Asia. They don't come around and check on you. Restaurants, take your order and drop your food off. That's all they do. Service to me means like, hey, sir, there's a lot of sirs. There's a lot of, can I help you? What do you need help with? That's the service that I'm talking about when I say great customer service. When you call up a bank, you say, hey, man, I have this fraud charge. Oh, sir, don't worry. We're going to take care of it right now. Your money's credited back to your account. It'll be there in 24 hours. You come out here, man. You come out here and a landlord has a broken AC and bad pictures. You're like, wait a second, I rented this place. They're like, oh, sir, don't worry. We'll have someone come check it out in 2 days. And you're like, no, I want my money back. No, sir. No, sir. That's the service that I'm talking about. So you do not find that in Europe, and you do not find that in... you will never get ripped off by a service in the USA. It's extremely hard. We're out here, they'll give you fake pictures to places, the AC won't be working, and then they'll still try to like, oh, well, we'll knock 50,000 off for the day. In the USA, you say, no, I want my money back, and I'm going to stay here free for this night. There's no such thing as free stuff or compensation. They don't do that in Europe or Asia. What you need to do is buy property in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, the problem is I don't have money. So remember, I'm technically not saving any money because I left the USA with 1 year of cost of living in Vietnam, and I left, no job, no nothing, anything at all, no income. So I don't have any money. So it sounds great. Like when Dark Brother's like, you need to buy a house and rent it out. And I'm like, with what money? The Monopoly money? Invisible money? Bicycle? We've rented bikes here, me and Fluffy. But shockingly, it's kind of as scary as riding a scooter because you have to still ride in the scooter traffic. You don't ride on the sidewalks because the scooters take them up. So you're almost at a disadvantage because on the bike you can't go as fast or like punch the gas or slam the brakes when something comes. On a bike, you're going at a set speed, so it's a little more dangerous at sometimes. Airbnb is making communicating with landlord difficult because Airbnb wants you to communicate. Yep. Scooters not only for transport, a lot of Vietnamese use scooters to cool down. Never knew that. Portion smaller. So I've been pretty lucky. Vietnam, portions have always been good at all the restaurants. There's one restaurant that gives us a tiny, smaller portion, but it's not bad. Now in the Philippines, when we go to the Philippines next month, you guys are going to see, you're going to be like, that's the portion size? For some reason, I don't understand why Philippines give you such small portion size. Here's what's funny. Vietnamese people are smaller than Philippines people in general. But Vietnamese give you much bigger portions. Philippines, bigger people than Vietnamese, much smaller portions. I don't know why. Baltimore. Hey, what's up, crazy? From Baltimore. Big thumbs up. Exists in Taiwan. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe the service in Taiwan and Japan, yes. But I hate to say it this way, but that's definitely not Southeast Asia for sure. But that's an exception because those are considered first world countries. Those are the first world Asian countries out here. So it's a much different experience. But with that much different experience comes much different money. Where I'm talking about in USA, you go to Chili's, you go to TGI Fridays, like even a cheap-ish restaurant, you're getting good service. Out here, I'll sit out here, they'll never come out here and check on me. They'll never come out here and check on me. Are you okay with mandatory 20% tip? I've never had a mandatory 20% tip, even in the USA. I thought Airbnb was only outlawed for non-hotels. I do think there's a fine line on there. The majority of the Airbnbs that were being ran out here, majority of them were illegal, but there is some loopholes. Will is living rich in life. The height of 5'3" while building the channel. They are all short people, lazy people. Willy Wonka. What's up, native? I'm finishing my last bite, and then I'll pay, and then we'll go hang out at my little tea spot. We'll hang out at my tea spot. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. It's going to freeze, but give me 1 second. We are back. So I'm done. It took me a long time. Actually, the people next to me left. Yeah, bonet is gone. Vietnam, I can say, man, all the restaurants we go to give us good portions. I'm kind of surprised. You would think they would be smaller, especially if you came from Philippines. You'd be like, oh man, Asia gives you smaller portions. I don't know why. I don't know why Philippines gives you such a small portion. That has never happened. If I can't eat the meal and I don't touch it much, they have to tell me the meal is free. Huh. I've never had that. But I've never not had food that I don't finish. I like all the places I go to. You're a really harder, Will. I'm going to bed. Oh, appreciate it. For those who are interested, a ticket from San Francisco to Ecuador. Wow, $225. Can they swim? We see people swim out here all the time. But remember, Philippines is bigger than Vietnamese people, size-wise. And Philippines people eat more food, in my opinion, than Vietnamese people. But when you go to restaurants in the Philippines, the portions are smaller than in Vietnam. No clue why. Done and dusted. When I'm talking about disputing a charge, I'm talking about a fraud charge. Like in the USA, like I had a fraud charge on my debit card. I call my bank and I'm like, hey man, like what the hell is this charge? I'm in Vietnam. Why do I have a charge in Florida? Don't worry, sir. We'll take care of it. Here, your money will be refunded. Now, when I'm talking about borderline fraud out here is when I go rent a place, like rent a hotel, and I'm like, wait a second. You guys said you had a pool. You guys said this room was 50 square meters. This thing is 20 square meters. Like, what's going on? Like, the room doesn't look nothing like the pictures. My AC's broken. What's going on? They're like, oh, sir, we'll put you in a different room. We'll put you in a different room. And you'll look and be like, this is not even the room I booked. This is way different. They're like, oh, sir. Like, that would not fly in the USA. In USA, the manager would say, oh, sir, you know what? We're going to let you stay. We're going to upgrade you. We're going to put you in the presidential suite tonight. And tomorrow we'll put you in a better room than what you booked. In Vietnam, you're not going to get that. They're going to be, here's the customer service that I've got throughout Asia. It's not, yeah, I'll just say it. You guys ever seen that commercial? If you're Americans, you've seen it. Like a guy orders a sandwich. He's like, yeah, let me get the turkey with no mayo. And like the lady comes out and she brings him a sandwich that's turkey with mayo. And he goes, oh, I ordered no mayo. And she goes, oh. She lifts up the bun. She wipes the mayo off on the side of the table and she slaps it back on. She goes, there you go, no mayo. Europe and Vietnam, that's the overall general service. In USA, let me give you the example. You go to a restaurant in USA and you tell them turkey with no mayo. They bring you out a sandwich, turkey with mayo, right? You'll say, hey, wait a second. I wanted no mayo. And they'll go, oh, sir, don't worry about it. We'll let you keep this sandwich. Here, you can keep that. You can take that home. It's free. And we'll go make you 2 more sandwiches just to make you happy. So in USA, customer service is about making the customer happy and making them better than when they got to the place. Vietnam, Europe is like, hey, you're a complainer. Everyone likes mayo. Why don't you like mayo? You should have liked mayo. Here, wipe it off. Take the sandwich and get out of here. That's the general consensus that I get about Asia and Europe. Europe was like that for me when I went. That was 2019. I went to 9 countries in Europe. Appears shady from Western. I wouldn't say it's shady. I would just say don't expect USA standards here, but in the good and the bad way. So remember, there's been times where I come here and I overpay. Like maybe I thought they said 50,000 and they really said 15, and I give them the money and I start walking out. They're like, oh, hold on. You need your change. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was 50. And they're like, no, 15. So I'm not saying it all in a bad way, but it's definitely, don't think it's going to be like the USA in the good and the bad way. The other good way, you can come out here at 1 o'clock at night and go to the ATM machine and not worry about being robbed. I don't worry about it. But an American would be like, hell no, I ain't going to the ATM at 1. Are you crazy? So don't think it's the USA in the good way and the bad way. No way am I in Bali, unfortunately, but might be fighting Ecuador. Are cheap. Yeah, in the USA, you have to pay 30%. You technically don't have to. I mean, you can walk out, you'll probably get shamed or maybe a comment, but you technically don't have to pay it. And I don't think it's 30%. I mean, I'm pretty sure since the year and a half that I left the USA, tip is still not mandatory at most places. And then I'm sure people give 15%, maybe even 10. I could be diving in clear water with iguanas and sea turtles. Yikes. Darson, I'll fly from here if there are. That's true with those on customer service, right? Gonna check, but didn't you only go to 3 countries? No, I went to 9 countries in Europe. I've been to, I'll name the cities, but they're all in different countries. Paris, London, Madrid, Portugal, Rome, Italy, Budapest, Hungary, Prague, Czech, Vienna, and the world's smallest country, Vatican City. So I went to 9 countries in 2019 in Europe. 9. I will make my own sandwich. At least they are honest. What time is it right now? It is 2:13 p.m. I don't agree with that part, Mr. Boston, because remember, a lot of people that come traveling, they might not have a kitchen. They might be staying at a hotel. So they might not have knives. They might not have a refrigerator. They might not have the ingredients. And plus, remember, if you want to go buy stuff for a sandwich, you can't go buy 1 slice of cheese. You can't buy 2 ounces of meat, half a piece of bread. So people that don't have refrigerators or don't know how to cook, they might not have the capabilities. So I don't blame people. And some people, I know a lot of people that are like, hey, man, I'm on vacation. I don't want to cook. I like to cook. But I know a lot of people like, I don't want to cook. I'm on vacation. I don't want to clean. I don't want to make my bed. I want a housekeeper to do it. I don't want to cook. So there's a lot of reasons. You've been some funny countries in Europe. Don't forget most of US is UK ancestry. You can sit there forever after you're done. Yeah, same thing in USA. USA, you'd be like, hey, sir. They might not necessarily tell you to leave, but they'd be like, do you want anything else? Can I get you something else? Or they'd be like, here, let me get you a coffee. And like, it would be charged. It's expensive from Bali. Guess I'm still going to Vietnam. IDK, what's up? Will probably thinks Iraq is Europe. I think Iraq is in Europe, yeah. For me, tips depends on how the waitress does her job. But the Americans did a lot of things different from the English. I got to watch those other travels. Great grandma was a UK sailor bro. Yeah, well, you have meet my 4'6" Vietnamese girlfriend, and she gets angry with servers and is firecracker. I don't do that. Even in the USA, I don't really do that. It would take a lot for me to get upset at a restaurant place. Like, it would have to be something completely deliberate, like they were just completely trying to rip me off on something, or like they did something to my food. But in general, I probably really wouldn't get mad at a restaurant. Spa access from you is called Wood. Yeah, Wood, spell spa and nail. So let me pay for this really quickly. Let me take you guys with me and we'll go pay. I'll show you guys Palette. This place is called Palette. What time is it, guys? Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I gotta start cooking my dinner soon, so. I dropped my cat. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I was gonna go to my tea place. Why eat lunch today? Because it's lunchtime. I was hungry. This is my first meal of the day, lunch. There's a spa here called Bali called Glory. So I was going to go hang out at the tea place, but I don't know if I have enough time. I need to go to Moon Milk. Damn, I need to go to Moon Milk. I need to get mushrooms and bacon. Damn. I know what you guys are gonna tell me to go to the. I know you guys are gonna tell me to go. So if we go to Moon Milk, we got to go back to my apartment after Moon Milk. If we go to the tea place, then we got to go to Moon Milk after the tea place. Technically, I guess you can say I trace my ancestry a little bit because my grandma, before she died, she left me this book, and the book showed all my family on my grandma's side. And remember how I told you guys we had I think he was my great-great-grandfather, or he was my great-great-great-grandfather. He escaped from Armenia. I guess that's what they tell me. He left the Armenian genocide, and he came over here, and then they tracked it all the way back, like, through his family. So we have people, I want to say, we've tracked all the way back to, like, the early 1800s. But that's just on my grandma's side, and I have all that paperwork back at my dad's house. But I've looked at that side. So some of them came from Armenia, and then they ended up, some of them left Armenia and they landed in Canada. And I even have, like, their port papers, like where they landed in the port of Canada or port of New York, somewhere like that. So I've kind of have some of that. Yeah, it doesn't feel as hot as it did last week, but it's still hot and humid. Polish on my grandma's side. Her, I guess it would have been like her grandfather was from Armenia. I can't remember. I think the mom was from Armenia. His wife was from Armenia, and then the other side came from Ireland, I think. That's on my mom's side, though, my grandma's side. On my dad's side, it's completely different. I don't know too much. I think my brother did some research on that side, but I don't think I've ever seen the results. I wonder if it's hotter in Nha Trang right now. I'm probably related to Kim Kardashian. Maybe she's related to me. Here, we'll open this up since I gotta go pay. Hey, what's up, my friend? So let me go pay. They're gonna get mad at me. You said you were Polish? I never said I was Polish. I don't know anything about Poland. When did I say Polish? I never said Polish. I don't know anything about Poland. I never said I was Polish. I never said anything about Poland. I think... Come on. Let me put my change away. I don't know anything about Poland at all. I don't have anybody. The only thing I've ever really told you guys about my family history, I think, was I think he was my great-great-grandfather. And like I said, he lived to be like 100 and... I think officially he was like 103. But remember, I told you the story was he escaped Armenia and he took his brother's passport with him, or his brother's birth certificate, not his passport, his brother's birth certificate. But his brother was like 3 years younger than him. So on his passport, on his birth certificate, it was like 3 years younger than what his age was supposed to be. So... But on my dad's side, I don't really know. My dad's always told me, I have no clue if this is true, but I remember growing up, my dad was like, yeah, some of our family came from Wales. I don't know if that's true, but I heard my dad say that. I did hear, and I do know my mom's dad was actually born in Ireland. So my mom's dad was born in Ireland. My grandma's grandfather was born in Armenia. That's basically all I know. Let's see where you guys think I should go. We should go to... Oh, okay. You guys gave me a nice thing. So now, I guess we're not doing the tea place. So that's good. I like the tea place, but we're going to be racing for time because I got to get the crock pot started probably around 4 o'clock. It says it's going to take 3 to 4 hours, so I'd like to do the crock pot about 3 or 4. So I would love to do the tea spot if I wasn't doing the crock pot today. Let me catch up on your guys' messages. I missed a bunch. Let me catch up. Elizabeth Warren. Hey, what's up, Martin?
Are you live?
Yeah, we're live. We're going to Moon Milk. Okay. All right, buddy. Go to the right, and I will pay for hot talk now. What's a hot talk? I got hot chocolate. Where does the red hair come from? Go to Trautalk. Okay, Ireland. What will you cook? I'm gonna make a gourmet Salisbury steak. I gotta go to Moon Milk. I'm going to Moon Milk right now. I gotta go to Moon Milk. Fluffy's back at the house. She's gonna make the side dishes, I think. But I got to go get the mushrooms and I got to get the bacon. I don't even know what hot chalk. What's hot chalk? I know what Trautalk is. You are farmers. So on my dad's side, I'll have to ask my dad. I don't even know if my dad technically knows, but he didn't say like we're all Welsh or from Wales, but he said we have some family that's from Wales, and then he said some other places, but I was a young kid. I don't remember listening. And then my mom's side, her dad was born in Ireland, but then he came over here. So I guess he became an American citizen because he then left Ireland and he joined the Air Force, the United States Air Force. That's about all I know about him. I don't think I've never met my mom's dad. And if I did, I must have been like 1 year old or something, but I don't think I've ever technically met him. Farmers have a reputation for using tight purse strings. So my dad, well, it definitely didn't. My dad, I don't know, my dad spends a lot more than me. Even if my dad didn't have it when we were growing up, my dad wasn't a budgeter. He'd realize at the end, like, what the hell? How did I spend so much money? I think that's kind of how I became a good budgeter, because I was like, man, I don't want to run out of money, man. Like, I think probably the biggest fear in my life is probably like running out of money. That's always been, ever since I was a kid. Like, I always like to save money. When I was a little kid, I used to be like, man, I don't want to run out of money. So I don't know, maybe that's always beat down on my head. So slow. What does that mean, so slow? No. So here's what I thought. Because I already had this idea, I was like, cool, I can go get the Ireland. He's from Northern Ireland. So people were like, oh, wait a second, you can't get the UK passport because he's from Northern Ireland. Then when I dug a little bit deeper, I don't know the answer on this yet, so it's not official. But I talked to my mom and I was like, hey, I think maybe I can get a not an EU, but the UK or something passport or whatever Northern Ireland belongs to. But then I think, I'm not positive, but I think he, at least through other family members, they said he gave up his Ireland citizenship when he came over here, I guess to join the US Army or something, or US Air Force. I'm not sure on that though. But then other people were like, oh, since the UK left EU, it's kind of worthless now. Because I only wanted that passport so that I can stay in EU indefinitely. But because they did the Brexit, I would only get like 30 days or 90 days still. So I was like, screw that. I only wanted the EU passport so that I can stay there forever if I wanted to. Yeah, so it's pointless, right? So for someone that wanted the EU passport to stay there forever, I think that Northern Ireland passport's worthless for me. So I think it's worthless. So the only reason I wanted to try to get that passport was because I wanted to say, oh, cool. As an American, I get to stay in Europe for 90 days only. But if I get that passport, I could stay there forever. But I think due to the Brexit and everything, I think I don't get any longer time. Let me try to catch up with you guys. Have the Joker. Oh, those are barber shops. Barber shops. I cut my own hair. Actually, I'm due. I did shave my face yesterday though. So I shaved my face. I try to cut my hair every 3 days. Oh, the thrift store. Yeah, I'll check the thrift store. I'm gonna try to break a 500,000 here. They're gonna get mad at me, but screw it. They always say, oh, do you got smaller? No, I don't got smaller. Tell the damn ATM machine to stop giving me 500,000s. Yes, I think I probably can in the typical sense. But here's the thing. I think my grandpa gave up his citizenship when he came to the USA. I'm not sure on that. And then the other thing is, remember, even if I can get that other passport, here's the question to you guys. Isn't it worthless for me because I only want a EU or Europe passport so that I can stay in Europe longer than 90 days? If I get the UK, put it this way, how long can a UK passport holder stay in the EU? If it's 90 days or less, it's worthless to me because I already get 90 days as an American. So I don't see any benefits of getting that. Fluffy, I don't see any mushrooms. Oh, I do. Damn. You know what though? Fluffy, look. Damn, they do have these mushrooms, but I bet they're gonna freaking be an arm and a leg. How much do you guys want to guess these mushrooms are gonna be? These mushrooms are gonna kill me. I like these brown ones better. Let's see how much these are. Oh, fresh mushrooms. There we go. There we go. Right there. Yeah, there we go. But how many? These are kind of a little bit more. Don't forget the small boat entry to country. So for me, I only want the European passport if I can stay longer than 90 days. If that Ireland passport doesn't get me longer than 90 days to stay in, then it's not worth it to me. So this one's 27. Let me see how much this one is, because this one looks like it's a little bit more stuff. Let me ask them. Let me ask them how much. Okay. We'll wait. You guys will. I want to shout. Get the mushroom. That mushroom is not real mushrooms. I hate those mushrooms. I'm not buying these. I'm getting the price. Can you tell me the price?
Yeah.
Fluffy, those mushrooms are not mushrooms. They're like stumps. I'll show them to you again. How much? 27? Okay. I get this one, but let me go get some other stuff. Fluffy, I like these mushrooms. Look. I do not like that stupid mushroom that you guys like. I don't like those Asian ones. Look. Look, Fluffy. Look, Fluffy. Look, Fluffy. Oh, what is that? Damn, first time ever potatoes. Man, potatoes are cheap. Damn it. Fluffy, look. Here's the mushrooms that you're talking about, right? Mushrooms are... I don't like those mushrooms, Fluffy. Look. Look. Focus your eyes. These are 30. This is just a stump. I don't like those mushrooms. I don't like these mushrooms. I like these kind of mushrooms. Northern Ireland is UK passport. If you were born in Northern Ireland, you can have dual. I'm not, obviously you guys know I'm not born there though. I don't, Fluffy, those are not the right ones to make with Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, you get chunks of mushrooms in them. That's the only reason why I get them is because they're chunks. Look up, Google Salisbury steak and look at the mushrooms. So I need that. I'm not going to get those stupid little mushrooms, especially not for Salisbury steak. I got the mushrooms. I got these ones, the correct ones to get for Salisbury steak. Dale Usury. Oh, we got another Dale. Your videos about Gold Time was a little unfair because they showed you their most expensive room. No. I asked, first of all, I asked them, do they have any rooms available? They said they had one. So I did show that one. But remember, when I went on, if you watch my video, I showed the Agoda price. The Agoda price was $11. I don't know if it was the same room, but you could get a $11 room that day, the next day on Agoda. But they told me that's the only room that they had. So I couldn't. What did you want me to do? Go ask the neighbors to get out of the room and say, "Hey, Will's doing a video. Can you guys get out of the room so he can show your guys' room?" That's the only room that they had. It's not like they showed me that one on purpose. They showed me that one because that was their only room that they had available. Is this 500 grams? 500 grams. There we go. It's not for what? It's good for chips? Chips? I don't understand what you're talking about. If you can prove your ancestors were Irish, you can apply for a passport. Jesus Christ, Fluffy, you're having me get all kinds of stuff. Northern Ireland citizen is thought to be the best in the world. Let me wait till I get out of here. Was Fluffy angry at Detroit Pizza? I don't think so. I want Milo to cool me down and make me hot. No need to explain, Will. If you guys have about 20 conversations that I'm trying to catch up with. If you went 401 better room, they didn't have it available. So that's the only room. I've been to Gold Time twice now. And I wanted to do a video on Gold Time about 3 months ago. And they're like, sorry, sir, we're sold out. So Gold Time seems to be sold out a lot. Luckily, this time, I went and they said, we got one room left, sir. And I said, oh, okay, one room, okay. Let me take a look at it. And they said it was like 500 and something thousand. The next day when I edited the video, I went back onto Agoda and their price was $11 for whatever room. Come get Fluffy her mushrooms. Let me see. Fluffy, I'm gonna get these stupid mushrooms, but we're gonna do this on camera because Fluffy has so much food that she lets go to waste. We still have a duck breast in the freezer. We still have a bunch of vegetables. We still have 2 curries, and we have to go to the Philippines in less than 4 weeks. So, Fluffy, which ones? Left or right? Left or right? Left or right? There's no small one. This is small to me. This is the smaller amount. This is a bigger amount. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Oh, it comes with 2 peppers too. Watch, it'll be 30% off, but it'll be like 80,000 normally. So we have carrots, mushrooms. I don't think I need anything else. I have carrots. Oh, you know what I need? Oh, I have the blondies. I think we're gonna make blondies. I'm gonna make blondies. Eggs are 35,000 a box now. Oh, we need an onion. No, Fluffy says we have an onion. So we have everything. I have the ground beef. I have the ground beef. We have the potatoes. We have the gravy. We have the potatoes, the mushrooms, the onions, and I just got to make the dessert. I'm eating. What do you mean you're cheating? You're eating. Are you not supposed to be eating? Are you on a fast? Is Philip on a fast? Let me see. Is there anything else we can add to our dinner tonight? I think we got everything. I think we're good. I think we are good. We're good. Terry, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now we have the long line. Remember a minute ago there was nobody in line? So I'll look why they knocked down that line. I should make Fluffy choose. I should say, Fluffy, do you want mushrooms or do you want corn? Because every time she sees corn. I am in the city of Da Nang, Vietnam. So we got 2 people in line. Let me just see I didn't pass on any other sales. This place usually has the most amount of sales, but it's usually never stuff that I get. Let's see. Yeah, it's usually never stuff. Like, I would love the pineapple on the discount. I would love the red. I kind of like the red dragon fruit now, but I only get it when it's 50%. Oh my God, Fluffy. I'm going to get one last thing, and then, Fluffy, you need to stop looking at this stream. We're going to get Fluffy 1 corn. It's 50%. But that's it. Fluffy, you don't get nothing else, and you need to finish the stuff in the freezer. We're going to be going to the Philippines, and you're not even going to have your stuff done. I don't like corn. Fluffy, you love corn. Not for vacation and not for work. Well, so I moved out of the USA. I live out here for the past year and a half. And I guess my YouTube is my work. So I guess if you consider YouTube work, then I'm here for work, but I didn't come here for work. I moved out of the USA and I enjoy it. So there we go. The butter, the cheese. I'm trying to remember if I need anything else. So I gotta break out the membership. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get the membership. Get the membership.
Còn cúp mẹ tự bươi chưa bà có thầu bọc bươi tối bán 30 là được rồi. Thì sẵn ngay cho cô chế tự bươi chưa nó cũng chơi không chơi đâu. Tối bán 30 là được.
Can you tell me how much that one is?
Nhà đi thám lắm, bữa đi đến 50 thám 50 đi. Không, nhưng mà tối bán 30 là được cái tiền tối nặng đó mà.
Those mushrooms are 30,000 even with the discount. So Fluffy, you better use those. Those mushrooms were more expensive than the other ones. So you better figure out how to use those, Fluffy.
Yeah, membership.
Yes, membership right here.
You got small money? You small change.
48. Let me see, I might have 48. I have 550.
Có đâu.
You want 500 or you want 550?
Yeah, small change. Yeah. No. Can
500?
I cash?
No. The ATM always gives me big. I wish they don't give me big. I want small. They want me to pay by card, but the last time I paid by card at Moon Milk, I had a fraud charge the next day, so that's why I don't use card here. Ah, come on. Thank you. And then Fluffy wants me to go check out the chairs. We're gonna go to the thrift shop. Can I get receipt?
Có đâu. Gì vậy?
Ah, come on. Let me put this.
À, quên cái hả? Xia xia em, thấy luôn này. Cái gì đó?
There we go. Let's go try to take a look at these seats. I hope this guy is here. I hope this guy is here. We're gonna go take a look. We're gonna try to get some chairs. So I contacted this guy at the thrift store. You guys seen I did a video for the thrift store before. He said he has chairs. I want foldable chairs that we could take to the beach. But this guy's gonna freaking try to charge us an arm and a leg. He always goes crazy on that. That came to 150, which is about $6. It's about $6. Masking is common. Yeah, even when I was out here in 2019 before COVID, all these Asian countries always wear those masks. So they were doing it before COVID even happened. Because even when I was out here in 2019, they were doing it. So let's see. I'm here. This is a perfect time. I hope they have these effing chairs. Well, I hope that they're open. This guy always is open, sometimes closed. Oh, look, Fluffy, there's a restaurant. I never noticed this. My Pasta? Pizza? Where is this guy? I think it's closed, Fluffy. Oh, no, it's open. It's open. Let me ask him. Let's see if he's in here. Yeah, I know. I said thanks to Terry. Oh, let's see if anybody is in here. Oh. Let me ask him if you... Central. Fluffy, they got new stuff in here. Damn, they have that big... Look at that big mixer. The big one. Look at that big mixer. Oh, look, there's the ice cream machine from Diner 66. Now they do have those. I need to message him. So, let me message him. Let me see. I am at your shop. Can you show me the chairs? What state? No, this is not a state. This is a country. We're in the country of Vietnam, and this is in the city of Da Nang. Here's, look at all this stuff. What is this? I think that's some kind of smusher. We want to find the chairs. We want to find the chairs. Look at all this stuff. These are cookies? Damn, they're going to try to sell you the cookies, but they've got a lot of new stuff. Look at this, Fluffy. It looks like they got a lot of stuff from, the American man is back in Vietnam. I've been here for a year and a half. I heard toxic wind can get you sick. It's Detroit. Yeah, this is mostly a kitchen appliance place. I like this blender. I don't know what that is. That's a big, huge mixer. 7.5 million, it looks like. That's half our rent. A little more than half our rent. Look, the ice cream machine. That's from Diner 66. I don't think no one's in here. But I'm looking for the chairs. He tells me, oh, I got lots of them. Fluffy, they have a lot more stuff here now than... Look, they got the mini... Look at mini waffle makers. This is the ones... This is the ones that I like instead. I wonder how much... These ones work good. I used to make my egg waffles from this. Yeah, I got an air fryer. That's what we do. We make our... I make my desserts with my air fryer. But look, they got a lot of new stuff. I bet it's from Diner 66. Look at all these big pots. Perfecto. Perfect combo. I appreciate it. OG Crypto. Okay, they even got these. I know, but the guy's not here. I don't know where he's at. He's not here. And I messaged him yesterday. He said, come check it out tomorrow. Today is tomorrow. But these waffle makers, I wonder how much these are. It's almost 1 a.m. Maybe the chair is other place. Yep, we use a rice cooker too. So tonight, speaking of air fryers, there's 3 of them right there. I use my air fryer. I use my crock pot. I'm going to use the crock pot tonight. I need to go find where this guy is at. I don't see any chairs. And he hasn't responded. He hasn't even checked. He hasn't even checked the message. Help yourself and come back and pay later. The problem is I don't know how much the chairs are. He might say, oh, each one was 1 million. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Foldable chairs. Look at that big oven. So look at this big oven. That's how we should be making our freaking pizza right here. Look at this. No, I never have the mosquito problems. We live all the way on the top of our condo. We have a 42-story condo. We never have any bug problems, any kind of issues. Try to foldable beach chairs. Let's go take a look over here. This is what I tell you guys. You guys are like, man, this is living. This is the stuff that I complain about. Like, stuff is unorganized. Like this place, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This place is supposed to be open from like 8 to 5. But sometimes the guy is out eating lunch. Sometimes he's doing this. Sometimes he's doing that. So, I don't know. That's a baguette oven. For me, it would be a pizza oven. Let's see if they have the chairs in here. I don't see. And when I asked him, let's see, let's check the message. I said, do you have any chairs for sale? Many. How much? And what time can I look at them? Tomorrow. Okay, and how much? Now, look, it looks like he just checked the message. Here's another oven. That's the gas oven that I want. This, if I owned a place in this country or anywhere in Asia that I moved, I would have that, an oven and a gas stove. Phoebe, we don't say that word anymore. We call them gay. That's a baguette oven. Having chairs would be nice, especially if we can get them at a good, cheap price, because we do go to the beach, and we can sit on these little foldable chairs instead of that. That isn't a massage, but I know Fluffy won't refuse a half free massage at a place of her choosing. Did you see the video? Fluffy just got a massage. I just went to Moon Milk, and then Fluffy got in here and said, check the place for the chairs. But I don't see the guy, and I can't wait forever because I have bacon. I got bacon in my backpack. But I can't wait forever, and I don't know where he's at. Let me see. Is this him? No. They're over here waiting too, so I can't wait forever though because I have bacon in my backpack. It's the Irish dumpling eater here. Oh, hey, I appreciate that. That's Connor. That's Connor. Connor, is that you? No, Rory. It's Rory. We called him Connor McGregor, but that's Rory. I mentioned it earlier in the stream today. I said, man, someone named Rory sent me a PayPal, but I'm not sure because we have two Rorys. But if that's you, I appreciate it. I mentioned that earlier. The bacon is cooking in your backpack. So if that was you, I appreciate that PayPal. Thank you very much. The bacon is cooking in my backpack. Luckily for one, it's frozen. So it was in the frozen section, so we got time. But it will defrost. That's why I can only hang out here for another 5 minutes. Nah, man, I need an oven. I need an oven for two reasons. I like to bake things. I like to roast a turkey or a roast. And I need a gas. Hey, what's up, buddy? Cheers.
Sure. My stuff is all gone.
All gone. This guy just told me yesterday he's got many. This guy just literally told me, look, this is yesterday at 5 o'clock. Look, 5:10. Do you have any chairs for sale? Many. So we'll see. That bacon is cooking in your backpack. What word? Baguette? You can't fit a pizza or a lasagna in your air fryer. Like any woman will refuse a massage. No bother, pal. Oh, I appreciate it. How much he thinks you mean? How many chairs? Come on. Be easier, more clear to the locals. Huh? This guy speaks good English. We've been here many times. This is like our 5th time coming here. He speaks good English. Because we bought... What did we buy? Oh, I bought the cast iron skillet. I want to ask him. So let me see.
Đây. 40.000 tính hết luôn đi. Đồ động hả? Ê, đồ động hả? Bây giờ chị biết mua đây luôn.
Do they have toaster? They have everything. The only knock about this place is some of the stuff you really have to test because I think some of it doesn't work, and he doesn't really negotiate. Like we bought stuff here and he doesn't even budge. It's like, dude, this is a thrift stop. It's supposed to be somewhat negotiable, especially if you buy a bunch of stuff. My staff is all gone. Workers, I think he means. Nina air fryer for pizza. Ninja. Looks like half the thrift store. Why would he say many? I don't know. You can easily open a cafe or a restaurant with all that equipment. So here's how I believe this. What I think happens is he either gets this stuff for free or extremely cheap on all these restaurants that go out of business in Danang. Because we know specifically that came from Diner 66. We got our cast iron skillet here that came from Diner 66. So look, these are the receipt stuff. So I think he either gets this extremely cheap or free. I bet he gets a lot of stuff for free. They're just like, hey, come clean our place out. Our business went out of business. Come take it away. We're leaving the country, or we're doing this. So I'm sure he gets some stuff for free. Fluffy likes these. Domino's having rotating gas powered air fryers. Maybe that's why their quality went down. I don't know. I don't see a single chair here. At least not the ones that I'm looking for. Oh, maybe these? Let me see. Cinch out. No chairs?
No chair in this place. The other store, not this place.
Not this place? Where's the other one?
5 minutes from here.
Which way? This way? This way? This way?
This way. All my stuff is gone.
All your
Only
stuff.
me now. Here, in this place.
Okay.
How many chair and what kind of chair you need?
Like beach chairs to fold. They fold. Like convenience store chairs, beach chairs. 2 of them. Do you know Full Market? You know their chairs, Full Market? Chairs like that.
I know.
How much for those?
It depends a lot. 90, 120.
Đang đi mua đồ.
Okay.
Ra em.
Come on. Tell him to bring them here. Domino's. Oh, it looks like he's buying all these. Bro went to, it's not the wrong store. This is his main store. He has a storage place at the other place, but he did not make that clear. This is his store, but he stores things at another place. But you can't go in there like us. We couldn't go in there. It's not a store. That one's the store. I think he just didn't think I would get here that quick. 120. I know, Fluffy. Fluffy, we already know that guy charges too much. That place is good if like you need something immediately and you find a rare item that you can't find, but that place is not good for prices. I think this is his old storage right here too. So I think this is his old storage. At least that's what he said last time. So it's okay. We don't spend any more money. This is the city of Da Nang in the country of Vietnam. Vietnam. So good timing though. I got all my stuff. I'm gonna start the crock pot about 4 o'clock. I'm assuming dinner's gonna be done about 7-ish, maybe close to 8. It's gonna be gourmet Salisbury steak with the sides. And I think I'm gonna make my first ever attempt at blondies. I don't know how many people know what blondies are. Blondies are the caramel version of brownies. So instead of chocolate, they're like tan brownies. We'll see if it comes out good. Oh, look, the dogs. The dogs are out tonight. You're eating good out there. Yeah, actually it's more expensive to cook when I cook my stuff because I cook like Western stuff, Salisbury steak, burgers, fries. Usually we go out to eat dinner almost every night. I just ate lunch, was bonet, which is like Vietnamese steak and eggs. I had that for $1.50, so it's very, very, I'm gonna say cheap. You guys are all getting hit by the woke crowd and they're like, stop saying cheap, say affordable. And it's like, no, to me, cheap is a word that describes price. Like people say, when you say cheap, it makes it sound like it's low quality. No, I don't make it sound like that. To me, the word cheap relates to price. It doesn't relate to quality, it relates to price. I think this is Steve. We run into everybody. I can't ever go anywhere without running into somebody. Who else did we run into earlier? We ran into someone else. Steve, you're always following me around.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
What's up, buddy?
How many times can you run into one man in the same city?
We all live on this main street or somewhere off to this main street. I just went to Moon Milk, so I'm gonna cook tonight, so I had to go get our ingredients.
Because I was about to say, where's Fluffy, mate?
Huh?
She's staying at home?
Yeah, she's at the damn AC and I'm out here sweating. But I forgot mushrooms, I forgot some bacon, and I forgot some onions. I'm gonna make some homemade crock pot Salisbury steak, so.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna make a little bit of Western food tonight.
living now?
I'm living now, and I'm probably going to do the live stream of the cooking probably later too. So
If it pops up on me.
half the people love the cooking shows, the other half hate them. So it's a fine line to walk.
So there's another-
Where are you heading to?
Well, I'm going past. I'm going for a haircut, so I'm haven't had lunch yet. So I'm going to head to a hairdresser towards Food Street.
Okay.
Oh mate, I got something I wanted to tell you yesterday, but too many people at that
Yeah.
weird meet and greet. So you know your favourite restaurant there, George.
Yeah.
So I was eating it somewhere else on that Food Street, and they said to me, so I don't know whether this would be bad or not, but the guy said to me, it's so cheap there. He said it's not actually beef. He says they use buffalo. So I'm not sure whether you knew.
I never heard that.
Yeah, so you know, and then you go.
Wouldn't buffalo be more expensive?
Yeah, and I was like, you know. I said to him, I thought it was a bit chewy, but I go, it's still edible and it's not like it makes you sick. But
I would think buffalo's more, at least in the USA, buffalo's much more expensive than beef.
So anyway, I was just like, that's interesting. If I see real,
I'll do some investigative research on that.
I was like, you know, and
Fluffy, they're saying that it's buffalo, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do some secret undercover. Maybe I'll go get a job there and work behind the scenes, and we'll see.
Whether that's other restaurants just trying to pan out somewhere that's busy.
Shocking. In
As
USA,
he said-
buffalo's more expensive, though.
As he said, he goes, that one on that side of the road is all full of foreigners. But I said, yeah, but there's still locals that eat there as well. And he said the other one on the other side of the road is all locals. And I said,
Interesting. He's talking to one that directly across the street that plays the
so
music.
he's sort of saying that's why. And I'm
Maybe those are the competition trying to start some rumors
yeah,
too.
That's you know, and sometimes you just go, all right, mate, I'll keep that inside.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll tell Will, and because you live here, you can do the.
Yeah, I'll take a look
so
at
when I
that.
come back, I'll be able to find out. I'll send you an email.
In USA, it's called like exotic, so you would pay like double or triple the price for buffalo. Like they'd be like, "Come try our new buffalo burger," and you'd be like, "Whoa, wow, $12, okay."
Yeah, but, you know,
Very interesting. Let us know, is it buffalo or beef? Let us know.
for us, the best meat you can eat is kangaroo, but it's hard.
Yeah, the kangaroo in Australia.
You can't kill the kangaroo. Yes, we can kill the kangaroo. It's a pest.
It's a pest.
So, you know, the farmers hate them. They wreck the
Ah.
fence. And, you know, they're a pest. They're everywhere. But the meat, it's like one of the best protein sources that you can actually get.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, so it's hard to get. But yeah, kangaroo meat, probably the best protein you can eat. So,
Wow.
but anyway,
Interesting.
It's hard to cook.
All right, buddy.
mate,
I'll catch up with you later.
soon. Cheers.
All right. It's water buffalo. I'm not. Buffalo in Vietnam are water buffalo, not buffalo from the Midwest. He said it, the way that I heard it is he said that, remember Fluffy, the new restaurant that's across the street that plays all the loud music? He said someone from the cross rival restaurant is saying that. They're saying, hey, our stuff is beef, but their stuff is buffalo. So I don't know. Is it controversy? Is it true? Or is it a rival brand new restaurant that's starting up across the street that's kind of talking about it? So look at this. I would do this at 10,000 if you guys want. I'll drive this instead of the scooter. Why does it seem like you're entrenched in concrete jungle? I don't know. This is a city of 1.5 million people. We're in the main attraction area. We live right there. We live in that tall white building. And this is the main stuff. Not the Aussie Bistro. He was talking about George Costanza. And he said the people at the restaurant across the street that play the loud music were telling him, come to our place. We serve beef. They serve buffalo. But that place just opened up, and maybe that's rival competition. What's 10,000 in dollars? About 30 cents. It's about 30-ish cents. You get 25,000 to $1 US. So it's about 30, 40 cents. Those guys look like pickpocketers. Luckily, I don't have anything in my pockets, so they would just be giving me a leg massage. They'd be giving me a thigh massage. I ain't got nothing in my pockets. Here's the place. This place charges a lot. Because every time I walk by here, I kind of ask them what the price of their regular scooters are. And they want like, I think they told me like 2 million for a month. So it's like double. It was either 1.5 or it was 2 million for a month scooter. Can you get a gun license? I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. 1 month Vietnam Escape. Yeah, 5K is about 20 cents. So yeah, I think 10K is, I think technically with it being 26,000 now, I think it's like 38 cents or some random thing. I just kind of knock it down to 25,000 for the dollar, even though it's 26. 100,000 to me basically is $4 US. 1 million VND, 40 bucks. 5K, you really can't buy much. 10K is usually the stuff that I start seeing. Like I get a Trotok, like an iced tea. It's very good. It's a citrus sweet tea. And that is like one of my cheapest things, and that's 10,000. You get like a nice iced tea, and they make it handmade at one of these little stands, and that's about 10,000. I don't know if I've ever bought anything for 5,000. 10,000 is kind of the starting point. But watch, I'll show you. This is kind of somewhat expensive, especially compared to what I'm getting. But look, you'll get this. This is exactly $2 US. You get a banh mi sandwich and a coffee, and that'll cost you $2. So it's basically $1 for this, and basically $1 for this. I'm just looking. And then they have different stuff, so you can get these and these. But if you usually get the banh mi, this is a banh mi sandwich. If you usually get this by itself, it's basically 20,000, which is about 70 cents. Come on. So that's what you guys can kind of get. McDonald's, we've only had McDonald's one time here. We had that when we were in Nha Trang. We were waiting at the bus station. So I was like, we've never had McDonald's in Vietnam. And there was a next door McDonald's to our train station while we were waiting. We're like, screw it. Let's go try McDonald's for the first time. I think I got the double cheeseburger meal, and I think it was like about $3.50 or something like that. The Big Mac meal I think it was a little under $5, but I think it was over $4. So it was like high $4s, under $5. 50K banh mi? No, that was a 50K. It was a 50K banh mi, but it came with an iced coffee. So that banh mi, they were probably charging 30 for it, and then that iced coffee, they were probably charging 20. It was a combo. But a banh mi should run you realistically 20,000 to no more than 25,000, unless you're getting it in a restaurant. If you get it in a restaurant, all bets are off. It could be 40,000, it could be 60,000. But if you go to the little banh mi stands, 8,000, max 25,000 or less. I'll show you guys. We'll show you guys some easy prices in here. We'll show you the cheap prices, and then we'll show you the Western import expensive prices. So watch. If you guys want to go take a look at a Coca-Cola, we'll look at like a soft drink. Crazy cheap here. So I usually get something like, where's my drink? Do I get it here? Let's get it. So where's the Coke? Okay, you can get a can. Oh no, those are expensive. Okay, so you can get a bottle, which is basically about a 12 or 13 ounce of Pepsi. So here's Pepsi, right? And that'll cost you 10,000, which is about 35, 40 cents. So a bottle of Pepsi is about 40 cents, but it is a smaller. This is kind of like the same size of a can. You can get like, let's see what else you can get. Beer is extremely cheap here. I don't drink, but let's see if we can find any of these beers. Where's the beers? Where's the beers? They're down that way. We'll check those in a second. But I'll show you some of the more expensive stuff that's kind of expensive out here when you find the Western products. So where's our Doritos? Where's our snacks? Let's see, hold on. our snacks. I think the snacks are going to be down this aisle. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. They're probably not going to have them. They just got smaller stuff. But even the Lays are not too bad. The Lays, these are $1. So a bag of chips are like $1. And this is like kind of the smaller, not the large, not the small bag. But if they had like Doritos and like other Western stuff, it would be a lot more. This place doesn't really have too many of the Western expensive stuff. Stay away from the soda. Yeah, I don't really drink sodas. I try to stay away from them as much as I can. Here's this beer is 17,000, which is about 60 cents, and I'm sure they have a cheaper one. The cheapest beer we ever see is about 12,000, which is about 50 cents. They do have those old school crazy Red Bulls. Yeah, but you're at the expensive store. Yeah, I was trying to just show them this, but I can't even find the expensive Western import stuff. The noodles, I just seen noodles. Here's all the noodles they offer you. So, noodles, 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 cup of noodles, 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 noodles. All these look like they're all under 25,000, 20,000, 22,000, 12,000, 10,000. Those are the cheapest ones I see so far. Tim Tams? I don't know. I don't even know what those are, so I don't know if they have them here. This is just a small little convenience store, so you're not going to find everything. But you got some wine. They'll even sell like bananas. Bananas we pay 25,000 a kilo, and here they're 40. So they're almost double the price here. Your little snacks, your gummies. Look at these gummies. You guys can buy ice. You guys want to just buy a cup of ice. And they have these kind of little 24-hour convenience stores everywhere. Like just here in our tiny little area, we have about 5. So watch, we'll point them out as we go. So this is the one right here. This one's called Q Mart. And then right there, that one's called High Mart, which is basically the same stuff. Maybe a little bit different products, but basically the same price. And then right here at our building, this red building, that's called Q Market. That's number 3. And then about 2 buildings down here, there's another one called Friendship Market. And then there's another one at the bottom of our building called Otis Mart. And then there's another one on the back of our building. So we have about 5 of these 24-hour convenience stores just right here in a 2-minute walk. I haven't noticed any difference. The tariff stuff, I have not noticed any difference. The only time that I noticed anything at all was when the tariffs thing first hit. It drove the dollar up from about 25,000 to about 26,000. So we ended up getting more dong to the dollar when the first tariff stuff first hit the news. Look at, here's the scooter. I would ride this one. What's wrong with this one? Tell me what's wrong with that one at. The population of the city is about 1.5 million people. This is, remember, so it's so hard to understand this. This is Q Market, another place. It's so hard to understand it as an American because we consider big cities like San Francisco, which has like 700,000 people. LA has like around 2 million. New York, they have a few million, right? This is considered not a big city at all. It's considered like a smaller city, but they have 1.5 million people. If you go to Ho Chi Minh has like 10 million. Like, we don't even have one city in the USA with anything close to that, or even half that. In Asia, the cities are either pretty big or they're pretty small. I've noticed they don't have a lot of mid-tier, mid-population cities. That's it.
Này không ơi.
Mình làm được đúng không?
Mincy, you've been mentioned. I did. Mincy, Phil needs to know what a Tim Tam is. New York City? There's no way New York City is 9 million. No way. No way it's 9 million. Now, maybe if you're talking about like the greater New York City area, but let's see. Could be wrong, but let's see. What is the population for New York City? Oh, 8 million. Wow. That shocked me. Wow. That is crazy. But I wonder if it's just New York City or is it like, you know how they do LA? We were just talking about this earlier today. LA will say like, oh, LA, but then they're including like Pasadena, they're including LA, they're including Hollywood, they're including West Hollywood, they're including Long Beach. And it's like, no, dude, that's not the city of LA. Like I made a perfect example. I'm from the Bay Area. So we have San Francisco, we have Oakland, we have San Jose, we have all these cities. It would be like us saying, oh, the Bay Area is one city. And it's not. The Glamour Boy, that was last night's stream. Fluffy, that was last night's stream. Maybe you're a day behind, Fluffy. Maybe you're a day behind. Sacramento is just barely outside, about 45 minutes outside of the Bay Area. Other entrance, we have 4 entrances here. We have a right side entrance, a left side entrance, the beach entrance, and the front entrance. And we have 2 different sides that have elevators. So technically there's no official one. Do a lot of USA city workers have second homes? No, a lot of people in the USA don't even have a first home. It's always so shocking to me. Like when I come to Asia, everyone has a house and you're like, wait a second, we're told that like Asians make way less money and they have houses. We're like, how the hell do they have houses? Like we can work 30 years of our life and still never have a house. But that's a whole other topic to get into. You've been eating seafood? I don't eat any seafood at all. Let me log into the Wi-Fi real quick. Feels so good, Fluffy. See, Fluffy's just lounging in the AC while I'm out. Fluffy, you are not working. You've been on the live stream. I'm working. Working means going out, sweating, talking. You're like, oh, I'm eating my chips and I'm sitting in AC. Yeah, go tell that to people 100 years ago. I'm working. I'm sitting in AC. I'm lounging, snacking on crackers. Let me take all my stuff out. Get all these groceries out. Working. You haven't worked since 1987.
Sophie, I wasn't born yet in 1987. Oh, you get chili.
No, that's came in it. Fluffy, put the bacon in the fridge. I need it to defrost. Oh, it feels so good in here. I'll relax for a few minutes. I'll chat with you guys for a few minutes. And then, I guess, in a few, I will get started on my... Oh, let's clean the screen off. I'll get started on my... Fluffy, can you break the crock pot out? I'm going to make gourmet crock pot Salisbury steak. The usual place? What usual place?
Discount with the mushroom.
30%.
It doesn't say 30.
Watch, you'll say, oh, I didn't see that. Fluffy, it does, because it went down from 40 down to 30. I bought 2 different mushrooms, so look at both mushrooms.
43.
Yeah, it was 43,000 from the start. Fluffy always says, it doesn't. I say, Fluffy, look. Oh, okay. Is that Fluffy with the glasses? Yeah, Fluffy with the glasses.
Hi, I need glasses.
The chairs, the guy told us they don't have no chairs.
He said 120 maybe when he asked how many chair. He said 120, maybe 120 for both.
No.
Because you said 2.
He said I got different 90,000 to 120. That's what he said. No loans for spinners. How can you live in that apartment full time? It's smaller than a UK state funded. Is it smaller? Man, you guys must be. This is 68 square meters. There's 68 square meters. Why is my freaking. Hold on. Let me clean you guys off. You guys are very, very dirty.
Dirty.
You guys are dirty. Why are you guys so dirty? You guys make my screen. Let's do this.
Okay, it's Crockpot live stream now.
No, I don't think we'll start the Crockpot live stream when we start. Because people will have to sit around for 4 hours. Ooh. There we go. Hold on, guys. Yee.
Okay, it's corn.
So, there's our crock pot. Can you guys see the crock pot now? Look, here's the crock pot, and there's the crack pot. Crock pot, crack pot.
Mistake me with Philip. That's Philip.
Crock pot, crack pot.
That's Philip!
Crock pot, crack
That's
pot.
Philip Janik Crackpot.
Fluffy, what are you making?
None of your business.
It's too early to be cooking. The only thing that needs to be cooked is to simmer
The only that needs to be cooked is my corn.
I thought we were eating corn for dinner.
Corn is snack.
Snack. Here's our pantry.
That I fixed.
Yeah, that crock pot's good. I bought this crock pot for 11,
like
no,
a
10
lot.
bucks.
Cause
I bought it. Look, here we're going to use the gravy. We'll figure out which gravy we're going to use. We're going to use the Great Value Walmart. Which potato should we use? We have roasted garlic. We have deluxe. We have buttery. And we have 4 cheese. I'm thinking... Hold on, don't say anything. I know my 2 choices. I'm going to see if you guys are going to match up on these. I would think with Salisbury steak, I think the best 2 would either be buttery or roasted garlic. Deluxe is kind of basic. You can eat this with probably chicken. This is probably what you would eat with some kind of chicken dish. This would kind of just be on the side. Her name is Fluffy.
no,
Fluffy Crackpot.
no.
Fluffy Crackpot.
Philip is Crackpot. Crackhead.
No, we don't have a Walmart. Our buddy Mark was in the USA, and actually, look. Not only did he bring us that stuff from Walmart, but he brought us some. He brought us some Great Value Jello. So he brought us that. He brought us the Great Value sauces. He loaded up his luggage bag. This is a good sized crock pot. Like, we're gonna get probably 4 Salisbury steaks, 4 big Salisbury steaks out of this one. So we'll get a good amount. Her name is Fluffy Crackpot.
William Crockhead.
What?
William Crockhead. Did you buy that?
Yeah. What do you think? I stole it?
No, just now, because you said you will still have one.
I still have one. Where do I have one? That doesn't look like any work that I've seen. I'm on the top. I'm not on the 28th. I'm on the top. We'll show you guys. I'm on the top of the building. I'm on the penthouse. Well, we're 1 floor below the penthouse. I'm homeless. See, we're at the top of the building. Look. Let's take a look down there. We were just down there. You remember that convenience store? That convenience store was like right here. Look, I'm so scared to show you guys. But here's the view. Dragon Bridge, river, Lot Mart Mall, other bridge, other beach. So that's the beach. Like sometimes people say, oh, you know, there's this uncharted beach out there. That's the one. So supposedly the sun sets over on that beach. And then there's Fluffy's flower that I don't think she's watered in a while. Very, very nice sunny day. The sun sets on our balcony. We pay $480 US. I just did a video. So if you guys want to see the whole breakdown, I just did a uploaded YouTube video of this 2-bedroom. This is our spare bedroom with our clothes and our bags. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, water, rent, electricity, $480 US. Fluffy, why do you always turn off this fan? Jesus Christ, I always talk about we don't pay electricity, and then Fluffy turns off all the stuff that needs to be running 24 hours. I don't know why she does it. So, there is our bed. We have a window that faces the same view. We use that as a backup bedroom. So basically our bags and our clothes go in there. One time our AC, so we have 3 ACs. This AC went out before. So instead of having to sleep in the living room, which we would have had to if we didn't have a second bedroom, we were able to sleep in that bedroom. And then another time, they painted the walls in here so we couldn't sleep in here. So we slept in there. But 99% of the time, that's our storage and our clothes room. This is where we keep all of our clothes and storage. If you guys want to see a whole full tour on it, I just uploaded a video not even a week, maybe 5 or 6 days ago, of the full tour. So everything, but she's not looking out for me because for one, it's extremely hot and I always keep the fan on 24 hours a day, especially in our bedroom. And then for two, we don't pay for electricity. Electricity is free for us. It's included in our rent, so there's no reason to turn it off. Has the elevator ever broke down? No, actually the elevator has never broken down. Even when we had a fire down on the 4th floor, there was a fire at one of these apartments, the elevator didn't break down. Thanks for proving, even with passport bros, they are still entitled. I don't know what you mean by that. She's looking out. What's up, Kim? She's looking out for fans. Rent me the guest room for a month. Everyone always tells us that, but no offense to anybody, I don't like living with other people. I've never technically even had I've had an apartment mate, not a roommate, because a roommate to me means you share the same room. But I did the apartment sharing back in college when I was like 24-ish or something. And I'm 43 now, and I just can't share. I don't even care about the money. I'd rather spend the extra money.
Just tell them that you walk around naked.
I don't walk around naked. Oops. I almost hit the wrong button.
Fluffy.
No, that is Vietnam. So I did a video one day, and I went to the Da Nang Education Economics University, and I talked to some really cool people there, and they were in my video, and they were like, here, we want to give you a flag. So they gave me that flag, and ever since, it's probably been almost a year since I made that video. So that's where the Vietnam flag goes.
He's saying he'll take the full rent.
Can you access the roof? We keep trying to figure out how to access the roof. I have not been able to figure out how to access the roof, but there's nothing up there. So we went on to the next building over, and we can see our roof, and it's just like a rooftop. There's nothing there. She got angry with you the other night at Detroit Pizza, and then look how hard she worked while you're out getting ingredients. But Fluffy never got mad at me at Detroit. I don't know why she says that. I was actually live streaming, so actually she was talking to everybody else, so I don't even know if we talked then. I'll pay the full rent. Is Fluffy allergic to anything?
I'm allergic to Will.
She's allergic to heat, work.
I'm allergic to Will travels.
and YouTube.
I get
This is
itchy.
Da Nang, Vietnam. Will dances around to the song Horses. Do you have the U.S. flag? I do not have a U.S. flag. If someone would give me one, I would put it up in here. But I only have that Vietnam flag because some students gave it to me. I didn't buy it or I didn't go out and seek it. I did a video and they were like, here, we want you to have this flag. It's a souvenir from us. So I took it. Fluffy, yes, Fluffy is from the Philippines. I'm glad I don't eat processed food anymore since I moved to Da Nang. I think you said that last night. Awesome, you're in Da Nang. Catch up for a beer. DDP wins. DDP, wait. UFC's not on today. Unless you're talking about Diamond Dallas Page. UFC, are you talking about UFC or are you talking about the wrestler DDP? No, Sunday, August 17th. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm allergic. Fluffy doesn't like eggplant either, so I don't like eggplant. I don't like blue cheese. I don't like, there's a lot of stuff I don't like. How much money would you say a couple needs to live in Da Nang? Upper, middle class? So I can only base it on what I do, and then it only would go up. So you guys see, I have a 2-bedroom, big living room, big kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. You guys seen the view. Amazing view. We pay $480 for this apartment. So let's just call it $500, even if you want to just round it off. We pay $500 for that. We go out to restaurants every single night. But remember, we don't go to Western restaurants every night. We go to local restaurants. We go to George Costanza. We go to Bonet. And all of our local restaurants, for both me and Fluffy, we spend about $250 between the both of us. So we're at about $750. I don't drink. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to parties. We walk everywhere. So I don't take Grab. Everywhere that we live, we can walk. So there's no transportation budget. If there is, it's maybe $5 a month for us. Now, some of you guys might say, oh, hell no, I'm not walking 15 minutes. I'm not walking in this heat. Then you guys are going to have a transportation budget. But we walk almost everywhere. We don't really have an entertainment budget. I do a lot of YouTube videos. I hang out with you guys. I go shoot videos. I edit videos. We go hang out at the convenience store. We go to dinners. So I don't really have an entertainment budget. I don't really have a transportation budget. So those are almost zero. For a lot of you guys are going to come here and be like, oh, I want to go to Bonet Hills. Bonet Hills is $60 a person. You guys are going to say, oh, I want to go to this museum. That's probably $10. So you guys will be like, when I look at my budget and your budget, you guys will be like, oh, wow, we spent $300. We wanted to go do this trip and this excursion. I'm like, mine's zero. So you guys, here's where you guys are going to spend more money than me. You guys are probably not going to negotiate on your apartment, especially if you guys are first timers. You guys are just going to say, whoa, $600? In the USA, it's $12. That's a good deal. And you guys aren't going to negotiate, which means you're going to overspend on that. You guys are probably going to take Grab, which we hardly ever do. And even if we will take Grab, we take InDrive instead, which is about 20 to 30% cheaper. You guys are probably going to have an entertainment budget. You guys are probably going to drink or go to bars or go like spend money on vice type of stuff. Maybe you guys smoke cigarettes. So for us, we live probably the most, I hate to say it like luxury, but we live a middle upper class lifestyle without the vices. We probably live the cheapest middle class lifestyle that you possibly could. That's probably the best way I can say it. Let me see. I'm not really a true local though, because I could definitely get my bills down. Like if we move to a 1-bedroom or a studio, I could probably knock $100 for sure off a month. So I think if Fluffy's gone and I'm here by myself, I could probably do this city for about $550 a month, maybe 500. I think it would be extremely tight to hit 500 by myself, but I think I could do this city pretty comfortably for about 550, 525, 550. I'm definitely watching UFC this week. I don't know if I'm pulling, but I kind of think Drakis might win. I don't really love any of those two guys. I don't really hate either of those two guys, but I do kind of get turned off by Chimaev. Like, he always tries to talk tough and stuff, and he never fights. It takes all kinds of stuff, so he kind of turns me off a little bit. My apartment, yeah. If someone like tried to get this apartment, unless they probably wouldn't negotiate, and they probably would spend 600 minimum on this place. Fluffy can piggyback you. I can't get a studio in SoCal for 2,000. Yeah. Wi-Fi is free here. Wi-Fi is good. Let me actually see. You guys always ask me to check my Wi-Fi. I know when we first got it, it was booming. It was good. Wi-Fi check. Here, let's see. This is my other phone, so it's not as good as my other phone, but let's see what this internet speed is. This is the download speed, I guess.
Why so slow?
This is the download. Let me see. Oh, I'm not even logged into the Wi-Fi. That's why. I wasn't on the Wi-Fi. Hold on. Sorry. That's why. Sorry about that. Let me log into the Wi-Fi. There we go.
And why is your data slow?
Here we go. We're logging into the Wi-Fi. So now let's check it. Let's see. Retry.
Whoa.
Man, when we first got this one, maybe we need to reset it, but when we first got this, it was way over 100. It was way over 100, but I don't know about now. But remember, this is my older phone too. I think when I check my speed, I check it on this other one. And when we first got this, it was like well over 100. So, but should we test it in a? Oh, you know why? Because I think I have my VPN on. Let me try to turn that off. Let's see if that'll make any difference. Will that make any difference if I turn the VPN off? Let's try. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. No, I don't think so. VPN, I don't think is going to make a difference.
Did you turn off your data?
Yeah, it's on Wi-Fi. So there we go. It was definitely faster when we first got it, but I don't know. Your setup sounds so good. Yeah, our setup is good. We have a month to month, and we don't have a security deposit. So I've kind of hit the jackpot on everything. No security deposit, a month to month. I am kind of in the boat that I will either do a 6-month contract or a 3-month contract and give her the money up front if she would knock maybe another 1 million VND off. That's an underground pick? I'm not sure which underground. We were probably going to have some fun. Yes, I'm down the road from Big Ben. Is pack. I'm not sure how much cigarettes are.
And to watch Netflix here.
What lifestyle would it be if you spend 2K? I tell you guys, I don't even know how I would spend 1,200. I think it would be physically impossible for my lifestyle. It'd be hard for me to hit 1,000 because if I needed to spend another 1,000 here, I'd have to spend another $300 a month, which I don't think I could do. I would have to spend double my food budget for a month. So I don't think I can do 1,000. I don't even think if I would have to be throwing away money. I'd have to get a Grab every single place. If I was going down 2 blocks, I would have to get a Grab everywhere. I would have to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner out. I would have to eat a lot more Western food just to even hit 1,200. So I couldn't even hit that. Do you give counseling to people who want to move? Yes. So thank you for that. I will plug my... what I do is I have this page on my YouTube, and I do multiple services. I do 2 multiple services. This is going to be the first one. So if you come to my page, there's a more button right here. You click that. I do a 30-minute video consultation. I actually offer a 1-hour consultation as well. So there's a 30-minute video consultation, a 1-hour video consultation. And if you guys are actually coming out here, I offer an in-person service where I pick you up from the airport. I get you settled in. I go get you a local SIM card. I go exchange your currency for you. I show you the places to avoid, the places to go to. I give you a tour of all this area. A lot of stuff is involved, a lot more stuff. So I do multiple services here. See you then. Trying to buy cigarettes in Australia. Where do you stay? We were going to do it ourselves and then it couldn't be bothered. Message duck today. How can the rush visa be cheaper than the normal 3 to 4 week lead time visa? Yeah, I had the 4 because I guess I wasn't logged into the Wi-Fi. Perhaps you got multitask. Duck is just making that up. I remember buying smokes that didn't matter phone. 1 pack. Do they have fiber optic? What about 5G? We get 5G in certain places here. 5G is not everywhere, but when we go to the juice place and we go to other places, I do see 5G pops up. So our internet, for all you guys, I'm not sure how far behind, but it was 65 download speed. And when we first got this, it was over 100 when we first tested it. So maybe I can reset it. So I don't know how good 65 is, but I never have buffering problems or nothing. You're looking about $40 a pack. I pay $9 a month. Doing it yourself. You don't need a VPN. Does Fluffy snore? Yes, Fluffy snores.
Yeah, I woke up with snoring yesterday.
Fluffy doesn't drink before 5 p.m. or you're an alcoholic. People that don't enjoy walking jack up their costs. Yep. Kim, yeah, I don't understand why people don't do it through an agent. Then they end up stuck in Cambodia. Or I've done it so many times, I know how to do it. Like, I'm going to do mine. Maybe I'll do a live stream. How am I going to do a live stream without giving you guys all my information? So maybe when I'm in the Philippines, maybe I'll do a live stream of filling out my e-visa. Because I'm going to have to fill out my e-visa when I'm coming back from the Philippines. I do it all myself. I was out drinking at 4 p.m. Have you ever traveled anywhere? $100. I couldn't be doing the anxiety. But so I don't ever have. I've done it 15 times. Drinking doesn't have to have a time. I'm applying for a 5-year visa. 30 works for remote work. So ours is at 65 Mbps. But maybe we'll test it later on tonight. I know we were well over 100 the last time I checked it. Danong is my backup plan. We're going to the Philippines next month, but I'm already dreading it because of the cost and the downgrade. Nanik, we got another troll in here. We'll give him strike 1. Mike is clipping. I don't have a mic, so this is all on the phone. I think I'm finally caught up now. There we go. I own my own company at a young age. Done with city, though. Don't miss it. I gotta stay hydrated. Every time I'm staying hydrated and do a good job, Mopor's never in here.
Because he knows that you're already...
I ran into Steve and I ran into someone else today. Man, who else did I run into? I'm bad with names. I'm luckily...
You're just totally bad.
There's no fan in here. There's an AC, but the AC you can't hear. There's no fan in the living room, though. But I don't have a mic. Everyone always tells me how good the audio is. This is my phone. I don't have any kind of mic on the phone. Oh, I ran into Martin. That's who else I ran into. Man, you guys remember more than me. Martin from last night. I ran into him. He was...
Martin from last night?
Yeah, at the beach meetup. See, Fluffy tells me I have a bad memory and then she doesn't remember. Yeah, there's my...
Martin, our neighbor.
We only know 2 Martins, Fluffy. Fluffy's like, oh, Martin? Oh, which Martin can this be? Like, we only know 2...
Martin, our neighbor.
Yeah, we only know 2. So Fluffy's like, there's my shaver. Fluffy's like, Martin? Oh, my God. Let me go through the phone book. Let me go remember. We know 2 Martins. And she's like, Martin. Let me see. And then I go, Martin from last night. And she's like, last night. Let's see.
Last night, think of you. I want to be a lady, baby.
I will probably be back. I'm assuming I'm probably going to be back the last part of September. I'll probably be back. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think if I come back straight from Philippines to Da Nang, which doesn't look like a good option right now, money-wise, I'll probably be back like on the last day of September. But if I do go stop in Bangkok for a day, I'll probably be back like October 1st or October 2nd. I think I'm going to Bangkok. I think I'm going to Bangkok for one day.
I want to go.
Yeah, Fluffy's having one of her many seizures. Ow, Fluffy, ow.
Piggyback right. Piggyback right. Piggyback right. Piggyback
Fluffy's
right.
like those dogs.
Piggyback right.
Fluffy's like those big dogs that are so
Piggyback
heavy and they think they're just like little
right.
little chihuahuas. And they just like lay on you like, wow, you're too big to be just lounging.
You're all sweat.
I thought Philip said, yeah, I'm not an expert. I was gonna say, Philip, yeah, I know you're not an expert.
He's not an expert. He's only expert with boom boom girls.
He's not even an expert. He doesn't even know how to spell his own name. How can he be an expert? He's an ex-pervert. Ex-pervert.
Philip is not an expert.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll have Fluffy stand on my back and then my back will go. It cracks like that, like a bag of chips. And then I feel less stress. Let's see what kind of subscribers we have. 9,379. Okay. We're getting closer and closer. I hope we hit 10,000 before we go to the Philippines. That's the one thing I'm hoping. And then I hope that we hit 10,000 either before we go to Wien Yon or right after we go to Wien Yon. It won't be a big deal, I guess, if we're in Wien Yon 4 hours away when we hit 10,000, but we'll see.
Fluffy, smell this. This reminds me. You know the when you go to church and then you see all the saints.
Saints. The only saints I know is the New Orleans Saints.
You know, when like the symbol, it smells like this.
I don't think I'll do the scooter in Manila. I'll wait till I get back. I'm only gonna do the scooter in Vietnam somewhere, not in the Philippines. I'm probably regular nervous of like what people are probably feeling, but not too bad. Remember, I have an incentive. If we hit 10,000 before or on September 1st, I even gave you guys an extra. I gave you guys a bonus. I said I will also do a Grab scooter ride. So then you guys will get 3 scooter rides, but that's only if it comes before September 1st. So I'll do, if we hit, here's how I will explain it. I'm going to do a live stream on a scooter. I'm going to do an upload on a scooter. And if we hit 10,000 on September 1st or before, I will sit on the back of a Grab and do a video on that. It's too late for the crock pot meal today. No, what time is it now? 4. We got to get it started in a few minutes because I'm going to probably start it at 4 and then it's going to take at least 3 hours. So we're going to eat between 7 and 8. So we got 10 more minutes. After 10 more minutes, I'm going to go start the crock pot. So we'll give it 10 more minutes. Let me see. I missed a bunch of you guys. Let me scroll back up. I have 20,000 on this account from years ago, but it's basically a dead channel. Wow, 20,000. That's pretty good. Fluffy can't wait to do the karaoke. Is it too late? No, I'm gonna start it in about 10 minutes. Please, I'm gonna definitely wear a helmet, and I would like to wear the whole regular motorcycle helmet. I ain't wearing this stupid little baseball hat helmet. That's just crazy. Tattoo. Tattoo, I don't even think I would put a number on that. I don't think I'll ever get a tattoo, so. I'm not saying it, but I'm telling you guys, if I even debated about a tattoo, it would be at 1 million. So I won't even make that deal, but it would have to be at least at 1 million.
A tattoo with a name, my name.
That'd be 10 million.
I love.
I don't like, so I'm not a scuba diver or anything like that because, first of all, if you're going underwater to go see the stuff, that actually means there's animal. I'm scared of fish. I'm scared of anything in the water. So me going under the water is just gonna, it's like going under the water to face your fears and see the worst things you hate. No, I wouldn't even if someone said, hey, if you could snap your fingers and get 100K, we'll give you a tattoo. I still wouldn't even take that deal. I wouldn't even debate about a tattoo anything less than 1 million. It would have to be 1 million. And that, I still don't even know if I would take that deal. So I'm not fish and stuff in the water scare me the way that they look. They don't really scare me that they're gonna attack me and kill me. It's more, they just look disgusting to me, and I don't like seeing disgusting things. Fish look weird.
No wonder
all
you
kinds of
don't
stuff.
look like it. You don't look at the mirror.
Fluffy has a secret tattoo. $100,000. I don't even think I would. $100,000. A tattoo would have to be life changing for me. $100,000 I would go through in 10 years probably living here. So if I'm gonna have to have something on me for the rest of my life, it would have to be worth it. Because if, let's say I live another, if I live another what? Let's try to do the math on this. Let's say someone's like, hey man, I'll give you $100,000, right? So let's do 100,000, and let's just say I live another 30 years. That's $3,000 a year, divided by 12 months. That's someone giving me $270 a month. I'm like, 270 bucks? I can't even pay my rent with 270 bucks. To have something on me for the rest of my life? No. I would need, if someone was like, okay, let's start a negotiation, I would do $2,000 a month. So $2,000 a month times 12 months would be $24,000 a year times 30 years. So someone would have to pay, that starting number would be at $720,000 for me to even contemplate thinking of getting it. I missed a lot of messages. Let me see. If it crashes, it might come to the wake. Fluffy has a secret tattoo. Arcelia's Corner. Hi, Will. Hey. I dove the Oregon coast, and it's low visibility and ugly fish in cold water. That sucked. Don't go to the fish market on the beach, Will. The ocean is very scary and unforgiving. Yeah, you know, for how much stuff, we don't really know that much about the ocean. That's what's kind of crazy.
Fluffy, you, Dale, and Mark went to the fishing area of the ocean. It's near the shack.
Will travels for life. Will 100K subs, or you get Will 100K. I wouldn't choose either of those, cause those I wouldn't choose either of those. My audio crackles at a few times. Luckily, we're only going to be on for about another 4 minutes, so hopefully it won't crackle too much in the 4 minutes. I'm going to go get So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna do crock pot gourmet Salisbury steak. I think we're making mashed potatoes, sliced carrots, Salisbury steak, mushroom gravy with onions. We don't have any bread though. That's the only thing. We don't really have any bread to soak it up.
You still have ciabatta.
Maybe you should bring that out. So we're gonna make that. I've only made Salisbury steak a few times. I'm gonna cook that, and then I'm not sure. We're gonna do. I guess we're gonna check in at a certain point, maybe when the food's almost done or done. But some of you guys absolutely, like Dark Brother, he hates, oh, you're doing a cooking stream? Otherwise, we'd be doing a 4-hour plus cooking stream, and I know you guys would be bored because the crock pot's just gonna cook. It's just gonna sit there. Did you go to the Butcher Plus? No, this meat is from Mega Market. It's just hamburger meat. It's ground beef. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna form them into patties. I'm gonna put them on my cast iron, brown them on each side, not finish them, but just brown them on each side. Then I'm gonna put them in the crock pot, cover it with gravy, and then let it simmer for about 3 or 4 hours. His carrots are OCD carrots. What the hell are OCD carrots? I don't know what OCD carrots are. I went to Rock Gia, a 16-meter wooden boat. Yikes. Yeah, that's what someone was saying, buffalo meat. Steve was saying buffalo meat. But that could be rival competition. So I think he was saying that the restaurant across the street that just opened was trying to convince him not to go to George Costanza because it's buffalo. And they were saying, come to our restaurant. Ours is beef, theirs isn't. See, I am not I don't want to get on this rant, but when I make burgers, I don't like the filler. So I don't put breadcrumbs, I don't put eggs. I want 100% ground beef. I don't want meatloaf. I'm not a meatloaf fan. I hate meatloaf. So a lot of these people put like, oh, put Italian seasoning in it, put eggs, put breadcrumbs. And I'm like, no, I want 100% beef burgers and beef Salisbury steak. Like a lot of these people do that with meatballs too. They're like, yeah, put egg and breadcrumb. And I'm like, no, I just want my beef. So I do not put any of the fillers in my beef. I like just pure beef. I don't like meatloaf. And to me, when people put breadcrumb, I'm like, man, that's too much filler. My American favorite steak is South American. So we got the Mega Market. I'm hoping I might get off of here and go check our ground beef, and it might not be thawed out yet, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, we're not doing the crock pot one. But I've let it thaw for over a day, so I think we'll be good. So if you miss In-N-Out Burger, in my opinion, Bikini Bottoms is definitely the closest to an In-N-Out Burger, at least for the burger. So you can go to In-N-Out, you can go to Bikini Bottoms, and you can get your fix. Fishing. So I wouldn't mind fishing. Fishing is kind of boring to me. I have 2 friends that love fishing. And every time I agree to go with them, I get out there and I'm like, why the hell did I go fishing? I get bored. I'm like, I'm going to start listening to my phone. I want to start eating some snacks. And they're just like sitting in there like, hey, this is the life, man. You just kick back and you look at the waves and you just chill for 2 hours and you catch nothing. But the other thing is I don't like to touch fish. So if I caught a fish, I'm not going to take it off the hook. So for me, even if I catch something, what am I going to do with it? Bologna with cheese? Bologna ain't no damn steak. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. That's what Philip will tell you, to wrap it up. I'm going to go start the crock pot. What time is it now? It's 4 o'clock. unless something crazy or amazing happens, we probably won't be on live stream till maybe it's almost done. If something crazy happens, maybe we'll pop on. But I think we'll probably be popping back about 7 or 8 p.m. So expect about a 3 to a 4 hour gap. Go take your guys' nap, go do your chores, go do whatever, and then probably in about 4-ish hours, we'll probably be coming back on the live stream, and hopefully you'll see all the dinner will probably be almost done. So I guess that's going to be it. Fluffy's supposedly doing work, and I'm going to go get started on the food. So I appreciate it. We'll see you guys. Well, whoever wants to pop back up, I'm going to probably make a dinner. We're going to make blondies. Not sure if you guys know what blondies are, but they're like the tan colored version of brownies. No clue, never made them. So let's hope that they turn out good. So we'll see you guys, whoever wants to show back up, in about 4 hours. 3 to 4 hours is probably when we're going to show up. 3 to 4, so pencil that in. Thank you guys very much. See you guys later.